The virus is an XL channel which may contain explicit language. Channel blocking is available by calling 1-800-XM-RADIO or in XM Canada 877-438-9677.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio Shock Jock.
Opie and Anthony.
All right, we get it.
Jimmy, you want to interview Alan Alda?
Okay, so let's get to the meat of the issue there. You had AIDS. How long did you have AIDS for?
I think about 6 months. Yeah, I must have had a light case.
Did you notice that the women really like the Obama guy?
Because he's got a huge...
Well done.
That's why.
Hello, sir. This is operator 80 with an IT relay call. Do you know how to use relay?
No, you... No, I'm sorry. No.
Calling for supervisor assistance. Please hold.
Oh, boy. Now you've done it.
Oh, I thought that was a computer voice.
You went in and dropped an
That was a real voice?
What do you think?
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
It's a good day for us, long-suffering Phillies fans. Finally.
You've been a long-suffering Phillies fan? When did this happen?
What are you talking about? Everyone knows I've been a Phillies fan since I was a little tot.
Growing up in Philly?
Growing up in Philly, yes. West Philly. It was rough in West Philly.
What is it?
Oh, my God. I was just a little kid when they won it in 1980. And now, 28 years later, us long-suffering Phillies fans can rejoice. It's been a long night, Anth. Hanging with the Philly crew, just celebrating this unbelievable victory.
I thought you were, born and raised on Long Island.
No. I'm changing my past.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna.
No, now I'm from Philly. Grew up in West Philly. If you know anything about West Philly, man, I'm from the streets.
Oh,
I'm from the streets, bro.
are you?
I'm drunk. I'm happy. I just don't know which Philly shirt to wear today.
I'm not buying this act.
Make sure the price tags are off. I don't know which one to wear, the green one or the red one. Anyone can wear the red one, but the green one,
Yeah, I'd say wear the green one.
shows you're Irish as well, and everyone knows I'm just about 100% Irish as well, so.
It's apparently the Phillies won, huh?
Oh, God, did they. Phone calls all night, congratulating each other. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to me. I had everything to do with this victory.
Oh, you did?
Oh, God, yeah.
I could not care less. Or is it I could care less? Whatever. I think you know what it is.
I hear you.
There's none more less I could care.
God, when am I going to sober up from this victory?
Oh, really?
God,
Just
man.
out partying.
Just rocking, throwing back shots.
A lot of, woo, Phillies.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not one of those, like, soft fans where I find a bar in New York that has the game on just for, Philly people.
Right.
I went downtown Philly last night. I just got back.
How'd you,
Literally a couple hours ago. My God, man.
Well, good for you and your Phillies.
Woo! That's how baseball should be played, by the way. 3 innings, excitement, a little over an hour, and you're done with the game.
That is hysterical. It's just like, here's the World Series. It's 3 innings.
I want to start a mini-game baseball league.
Ooh, that's nice. People would watch, I guess.
It's 3 innings. That's it. 3 innings.
Yeah.
And you can get your monster pitcher that throws 110 miles an hour to rock every pitch because he knows he's not going to throw his arm out because it's 3 innings.
Whole game just.
I think there's a market for that. I really do. It's like watching like an hour TV show, a couple times a week. 3 lousy innings. Who can't sit through that? But that Fox and that Major League Baseball trying to stretch it out.
Oh, really?
I'm surprised they didn't do a whole, national anthem and pregame show for the 3 innings.
Yeah, it is odd because I guess they must have lost some revenue that they could have been playing commercials.
Yeah, sure.
During a whole nother game or something.
Yeah, but the Phillies won it.
Good for them.
Hey, wait a minute. Mike is calling me out on something here. What are you, crazy, Mike? What's up, Mike?
Well, I'm not really calling you out. I just want to make the comment. I don't know anybody that's white that lives in West Philly. There's not one white person in West Philly. Now, Southwest, that's where I'm from. There's white people there.
That's
not many
the
left,
beauty of me. I was the only white guy in the ghetto.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Grew up tough.
Me and Will Smith.
He's right.
Will Smith's from West Philly. It was me and Will,
yeah,
man.
That's the Oak Lane section.
But
it's just funny when you said that. You said West Philly. I'm thinking, geez, like stand on 52nd and Market and said, announce you're there.
Why do you think?
How long you last?
Why do you think I'm such an a-hole, man? I had a fight every day on the streets of West Philly. I had to fight my way out of that neighborhood and make something of myself.
Did you?
But I
really?
never forgot my support for the Phillies.
I don't think there's been a white person in West Philly since like 1950.
Look, this is all I have to say. In West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground was where I spent most of my days. Son.
Wow.
Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. That was me. And all
Well, there's certainly a lot of electricity down there. And that's all I wanted to say.
Thanks for ruining my bit, Mike. Jesus. How about you go with it? And all shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared. She said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle to Long Island."
Damn. You're rapping.
No, I'm just reciting what I'm all about. All right, turn that off. Jesus. We have a little observation about the big win for the Phillies.
Come on in for the big win.
Do you want to hear the Japanese call? Do you want to hear Joe Buck's boring call? Or do you want to hear Harry Callis's extremely boring call?
All the above.
Which one you want to start with?
Of course, no.
All right, let's start with Joe Buck, because nothing says excitement like Joe Buck, man. He knows how to, bring it all home in the end.
It was called a swinging strike by home plate umpire Jeff Kellogg.
What a flake.
0-2. Phillies are world champions.
That's it.
Wow.
The old.
That's just like, do you believe in miracles? Joe Buck stinks. He could call a good game, but he doesn't care.
He didn't care about this one. You could tell.
He doesn't give a crap.
It's better than the Phillies win.
I think you need to do something in between the two. You know what I mean? Don't get too hacky, but somehow show some excitement.
The Philinos.
Joe Buck, he admitted in an interview this year that he doesn't even like baseball. So it's why are you calling these games? He doesn't watch baseball.
Well, what does he like? He does watch baseball. He calls about 100 of these a year.
That's the only time he watches it.
What's his sport?
Football.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he does the Sunday games. But the call last year for the Red Sox, same thing. Mm-hmm. Red Sox win the World Series. Mm-hmm. Who cares?
You hear him packing up to leave.
Oh, yeah.
He's shuffling of things and a coat going on, a zipper being zipped. All right, Phillies win.
Well, this one's a little better.
サルブラッドフォードアンダーハンドから投げました打ちましただけピッチャーの右をこのけていったセンターラインセンタータイムリーだ優勝の1点だ勝ち越しの今ホームイン三塁ランナーダイソーブランチョレットが帰りました
A, I hate the pile on, and B, the Philly fanatic is ruining everything for me.
Yeah. That was the Japanese call, and here's the difference, Anthony.
Yeah.
That was a double.
That was just a double?
Yes.
No way.
Look at the fires down in Philly. I started that fire. It's still lit. Nice. Nice. Boy. That was me.
Got to be fun to be down there. Let me hear that call again.
All right. This is just for a lousy double that
really
brought in an RBI.
サルブラッドフォードアンダーハンドから投げました打ちましただけピッチャーの右をこのけていったセンターラインセンタータイムリーだ優勝の1点だ勝ち越しの今ホームイン三塁ランナーダイソーブランチョレットが帰りました
Wow, what happened there? That was old historical audio.
and this is it right here. Phillies winning. The Japanese version.
さあいよいよあとアウト1つあと1球そんな 右手人差し指を指し示しているファンが見られます。4万5000のファンに見つめられて、地元で28年ぶりの歓喜の瞬間迎えるか。ピッチャーブラッドリッジ、左バッターボックス代打エリッキースキーに第3球を投げた。空振り三振、スリーアウト。フィラデルフィアフィリーズ、28年ぶり、1980年以来のワールドチャンピオン。
You know, it is a really big deal to win the World Series. Joe Buck should be fired, now that I think about it. This game is being shown all over the world.
Yeah.
There's interest in this all over the world now because of the players coming from everywhere, right? And Joe Buck, Phillies win the World. You got to go with over-the-top excitement now that I think about it. Maybe not the catchphrases like our pal that calls the Yankees games, but,
yeah.
You know, this thing is being shown everywhere.
Here's the last part of that play.
Yeah. And then finally, you got Harry Kalas, I believe.
I thought you were going to say Harry Carey.
No, no.
God, they brought him back.
Harry Kalas has been calling Phillies games for almost 50 years, 40-some-odd years, or around 40 years, something like that.
Bless him.
Now, you a long-suffering announcer for the Phillies, right? You would think he would just have an aneurysm if the Phillies won, right?
Certainly.
This is what you got last night.
The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
All right, at least it had some kind of umph to it.
He's been waiting 40 years to do that. Maybe he can't get the excitement
Yeah.
up. Maybe his doctors warned him, huh?
Yeah. Keep your excitement level down.
You got a pacemaker. Be careful. Let's say hi to Mark in Jersey. Mark.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Mark.
Philly is a freaking madhouse. I'm a repo man. I couldn't even get into Phillies. My boss told me to just stay out of there. They're flipping over cars. They're setting stuff on fire. It's complete chaos over there, and it's still going on.
I kind of believe you.
Oh, yeah, it's true. My boss sends me a text that says, do not go into Philadelphia. It is a zoo.
I think it's a day off for everybody, too.
Oh, yeah, but...
Yeah. All right. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Charlie in Philly. Charlie.
What's up, Bubba Boy?
Hey, Charlie.
Last night was a great night. Phillies win the World Series, Opie's sports curse is broken, and I'm sure Obama's infomercial converted Anthony.
We're going to get into, we got to clear the field so Anthony can have plenty of time to talk about the Obama infomercial.
A lot of things happened yesterday.
And guns. So maybe we'll take an early break here so we can clear the field for Ant. Don't get him started yet.
Yeah, please.
We don't want to rush this one. Steve in Philly, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Bob? I just want to congratulate you, too, as well. The curse is broken. To hell with the Phillies. You're more important than them.
I think I also picked the Celtics last year, my friend. I got a nice little streak going. I mean, I don't pick the team until there's two left, but still, I'm doing pretty good now.
Yes, you are.
All right, man.
Congratulations.
Thanks. All right. Let's say hi to Pete in Virginia. Pete.
Hey, how do we know that Japanese version was actually real? I don't believe you.
What do you mean?
It could have just been anything.
We couldn't tell.
That's true. We don't know.
Yeah.
He could have just been cursing, like graphically describing some sex act, and we just play it and go, yeah, I guess it's the game.
That's what we should have
done.
Put
some cheering behind it.
Yeah. See, if we prepared for this radio show, we would have had 3 Japanese clips, and you had to guess which one was the final out in the World Series.
And the third one would have been
something
one
horrific.
One of them, just horrible.
Something horrific.
And then you just put baseball like noises behind it.
Well,
like
that crack.
Crowd noise.
The crack of the bat.
Yeah. And I'm just describing horrific sex acts.
Absolutely. All right, we'll take our first break. 877-212-0-A. Keep the phone calls coming. Today is the big day, Jimmy. We get to see strippers stripping for $1,000.
We do?
In honor of Kevin Smith's new movie, Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Do we have...
anyone else notice all the advertising for the movie, but they don't say make a porno?
Just Zack and Miri.
Yeah. Just Zack and Miri. That's going to hurt the film a little bit because it doesn't describe what the hell it's about.
No.
Make a porno. That's the big get.
I know, because that just sounds like, what? Like some kind of romantic comedy.
Right.
And what, how many of these young ladies do we have?
Stunt, how many?
There were 4 that qualified. We'll see who shows up. They should be here about 7:45.
4 girls.
You know we're going to end up seeing like E-Rock strip or something.
Wouldn't you think a K-Rock, one of the K-Rock girls would show off?
Oh, they're not allowed to.
No?
Remember?
Yeah.
Remember when we had that whole contest? We were trying to get a few of them naked and like,
yeah.
Corporate said, blah,
But
blah,
they don't
blah.
have to get naked.
Well, pasties, something.
But bikini, even at this point.
They weren't allowed to show cleavage. Do you remember how like tight they played it?
A girl in a snowsuit at this point.
Yeah.
I don't care. One of those big puffy snowsuits.
You are right.
Anything.
You're right, by the way. We've seen it all. I mean, back when we were fighting the good fight.
Yeah.
We're like old veterans of a war. We saw it all, and now like we're living in some. We're living at the top of the mountain, and we haven't seen a girl in so long that even a girl in a snowsuit would get us going.
Yeah.
You're right.
Kind of be funny to watch a girl with her hood up in a big snowsuit trying to pole dance.
We saw so much that, you know,
didn't
the
matter.
couple was having sex in the corner. We were talking to Greg Brady.
Yeah.
And he's like, why are you interviewing me when that's going on? And we're like, oh, yeah, that. Because we were, like, jaded by that point.
So what?
But now, you know what? Even just seeing a little cleavage, I think
I
think we're going to need some cleanup time. Quick break. We'll continue. Anthony's got a lot to say about the Obama infomercial.
Yeah.
And the gun store.
Oh, the whole thing.
And what was the other thing you were talking about?
Oh, we'll get into it.
All right.
Yeah.
No teases needed?
Oh, no.
No teases necessary. Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Bitter, angry motherfuckers.
Opie and Anthony.
Jimmy's a realist. You're a racist. And I'm clueless.
Jay Moore's on the line, but I can't.
Oh, my
get
God. Jay Moore. Don't go anywhere. Can't you use the keyboard?
to- No.
Hiya, boys.
There he is.
Jay Moore, everyone.
Before I put on my friend Jay, I want to defend how short I am.
Another hour.
You boys, boy, you're good. But a few days in a row, you've been tagging good old Al.
Yeah.
I'm going to do all the commercials. Like the quicker picker-upper when I work on my nails. I don't have alopecia.
Yeah, people saying you have alopecia.
Alopecia, propecia. That's why I work on phonics, Anthony. Because I don't know certain words. I just know in 88 minutes my hair was orange.
Yeah, it was.
I looked like Pesci in JFK. My wig was crooked and I wanted to throw a gay party with friends.
Who's got that down?
I'm so impressed, Jimmy. You get to tell jokes, and you think you're special because you painted her fucking nails. What movie?
I'm going to guess Glengarry Glen Ross.
No. When you just, like, embarrass everybody, you idiot.
That's been great, Colin.
That's why he's not
Stream
here.
of consciousness and just yell out random quotes and go, okay, quick, what movie? And then when they're wrong, go, I'm smarter than you. I knew what I was saying. Yo, you should let Tracy Morgan talk to Jimmy. I got schizophrenia. I just got my belly off in preschool.
His belly.
In a doo-doo diaper pamper. Yeah.
Jay, please put Colin in Reservoir Dogs.
Guys, you know, obviously there was a rat in this whole operation, and I know it wasn't me. I'm pretty goddamn sure it wasn't you. I don't know, the guy definitely fucking freaked out in there, but he seems, I don't know, he seems pretty okay now. He's a big guy, I don't know.
Holy
I mean, Jesus Christ. You're holding a desert eagle, and he's asking you if you want to bark all day. Remember, you know, a guy like that doesn't have all this, you know, just reach the top floor. You know what I mean? We need to get in touch with Joe, get this guy to the hospital. He's getting blood on my shoes. Finicky I am when it comes to my LA Gear sneakers.
Holy
Say the goddamn words, stupid.
Stupid.
Holy.
Colin driving around the valley with Bobby Kelly in the back. I broke my fucking stomach, man. Are you gonna be okay, stupid? When you shut up, you're bleeding all over my car. You're done. That dumb bitch, you know, if I gotta shoot some cop, if that's the difference between me doing, 10 years. Goodbye. You know, that's what I talked about in the meeting today. I was really stressed out. I went to like 5 meetings in 10 minutes. What I do is they go, hi, my name's Colin, and then run out the room and go to another one. So I don't want to listen to everybody else talk, 'cause they're boring. They always outdo each other.
Holy
Holy shit,
God, is that a fucking perfect Colin?
I think he's having a nervous breakdown out there now.
Oh, damn.
Well, Brophy.
And Manthony.
And Manthony, yes.
That's right.
Ropey and Manthony.
This is fucking awful.
Wonderful.
You're listening to the Opie and Anthony Show.
I'm him, Norton.
Yes. Him, Norton, man.
The Virus. XM202. Sirius 197. Opie and Anthony are now back.
Get out of my way.
That is exactly what it sounds like. Poppycock.
O-P-I-E, that's O-P, with his partner Anthony. They give us news in their own views, and Ant really doesn't hate the Jews. Little Jimmy is also there. He likes she-mills and no one cares. Make me laugh, that's O-N-A. The pendulum is swinging back the other way. Make me laugh, O-N-A.
Ah, you got that right. We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. People hate that little ditty.
Is that just terrible?
I was walking around yesterday doing just that. All right, let's get into this. So Obama did his infomercial. I thought it was just terrific. I thought it was...
Did you?
I thought it just wrapped everything together nicely.
What?
Just in time for the election.
It was such overproduced fluff, and it was pandering. It was pandering. That's all it was. He gets on, and for the first shot is him in what appears to be a Hollywood set of the Oval Office, except there's wood instead of like white walls. It's like wood, almost like Camp David and the Oval Office mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of in there, kind of looking, like, hey, I belong here. And then he starts just telling stories of apparently down on their luck white people.
Stories.
Stories.
I didn't know where you were going with that. Very good.
Yeah, he's telling, he's parading out a lot of white people. And that is so the white people don't get afraid if he was just talking to a lot of black people.
Right.
98% of which, black people that are voting will be voting for him. But he wasn't, he wasn't going to cater to them.
Doesn't need to.
He's already got them.
Got them.
But it seemed so phony and so pandering and scripted. It's like there wasn't a spontaneous moment to be had during this
at the end there was. He was live from Florida.
Yeah, that was spontaneous.
He was live from Florida at the end of his infomercial.
And not to a full house, mind you. Did you notice that? Notice some empty seats there.
Well,
I noticed a few empty seats, my friend. My friends.
They were watching the World Series. What do you expect?
He's bigger than the World Series. What are you kidding? Look at him.
Look at that. That's nice.
Oh, stop it. So he's look. He's got the flag behind him because Perishton thought he actually wears a flag on him. What is that pin?
That's a flag.
What, on his lapel?
No, I've heard he doesn't wear the.
No,
the
he
flag
doesn't.
pin.
He doesn't either salute the flag or put his hand. Well, he shouldn't salute it, but he doesn't put his hand over his heart and face the flag during the national anthem. There's plenty of evidence of that. He's what I call a disgrace.
A disgrace?
A disgrace.
You're calling our next president a disgrace?
And what he was saying and the little bullet points they put on the bottom of what he was saying are all twisted versions of what he means to appeal to people's ignorance. Things about the tax cuts, which now are tax increases. People now don't even know what they are. What are they? 250? Is it 200? Is it 150? We don't know. Is it per individual or per family? Who knows? Who knows? We'll find out once he gets in.
Oh, we never know what the president is all about.
And he's talking about strengthening the military. Get out of here. He's not going to do that. He's cutting it. And you know he is. There's all those little bullet points that flash up on the bottom were all twisted versions of what he really means, trying to make it sound like something else. And I found that insulting.
Look, he's talking to old white people.
And then it was all, they could not parade enough white people that are down on their luck out to have this Obama coming up to him and trying to help him out.
They're all good listeners, though. Look, they're looking at him, and they're
certainly
listening to every word he has to say.
They're all talking to him like that old guy in the heat of the night in the garden, talking to Sidney Poitier.
Yeah, well, he did say that, make phone calls and tell your friends to get the vote out. And apparently he's asking for more money. He's already collected over $750 million. He needs a few more bucks, I guess.
Well, he doesn't want to assume anything, Anthony.
And he's taking money in ways that he said he wasn't going to. He promised, and he surely broke that promise. The guy is a phony. Hannity, no surprise. I mean, I know Hannity's politics, but he had a great take on it.
But Hannity swears he's a moderator.
Straight out called him a liar.
Moderator, sorry. Yeah.
A moderate.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I found this whole thing to be very calculated. Of course, he's running for president. It's going to be calculated. But this one is so transparent. It was so just a 30-minute infomercial. I'd rather watch some Jack LaLanne selling his juicer than watch this stupid infomercial. Yes, Jimmy?
Listening to you.
Oh, okay.
As you're talking and listening, I'm like, he's going to be the first black president if he gets elected, obviously.
Oh, Jesus.
A little shallow, maybe. He probably just doesn't want to screw it up. Like, you don't want to blunder horribly in the home stretch.
Mm-hmm.
There
was nothing there.
Well, that was
any substance.
The infomercial was for the gullible people out there.
Yeah,
that's all.
I know.
I mean, you're looking for more. Stunt Brain's looking for more. You want to study, what these guys are about and stuff. But the average voter, that was perfect for them. It was just very, very easy on the eyes. Ugh. He was using the dramatic music, and he had the montages, and he had big wigs in business, talking about him. It was a very easy thing for Joe Voter to digest.
Joe Voter. Everyone's name is Joe. No, what happened? Jesus. Everyone's Joe.
Exactly. How about Paul Voter?
Right. Ted Voter.
But you were saying you were at the gun store yesterday, though.
Yes. I made another trip to the old gun store. I was heading to the range, and one thing I did notice: the gun store was packed.
Really?
Oh yeah. People
noticeably so.
Noticeably. Absolutely. And because people know this Obama wants to infringe on everybody's Second Amendment right. That isn't even something that's up for debate. So the gun stores are now packed, selling what will be known as assault rifles, because they have an aesthetic look of a military weapon, yet they do the same thing a semi-automatic deer rifle does. They want to take away scopes because they will call it a sniper rifle instead of, sport for target shooting or hunting. So the gun stores packed with people buying guns. Obama has done more for gun sales than any other presidential candidate or president I've ever seen. You cannot go walk into a gun store and not see guns. They're flying out the doors. And a lot of people talking politics in the gun stores, I noticed. I was in there, and I'm talking with the rest of the guys in there, pretty much of the same mindset. And there was a black gentleman that came in inquiring as to how to obtain his pistol license, because I guess he wanted to get a pistol. And some older white gentleman was in there, and he didn't even do the old peek around. He didn't even do the old look over the shoulder to see who's in the store, and he didn't care.
Yeah,
because this black guy's in there, and this older white guy is talking about how he thinks McCain will win because there's a lot of factors that could screw things up for Obama. He goes, if it rains or if there's a sporting event on, those people ain't going to go out and vote. It was fantastic.
And there's a black dude right there.
Oh, he was right there.
If it rains, I love.
If it rains, Lord, I can't get wet. You know, if it rains or if there's a sporting event, they ain't going out. Those people ain't going out. Oh my God. And the black guy, though, he didn't say anything. He got up. They got into a little dialogue about racism in the country, and it's real comfortable when that happens in a gun store. It's fantastic. But everyone was keeping it pretty civil. And I was just, I'm figuring it this way. I see the writing on the wall here. I know what's going on. I really do have a feeling Obama is going to win this thing. So I am stocking up on things that I know I'm not going to be able to get after he's in office, which is assault rifles, pistols, and ammunition.
You got all that.
Well,
and a lot of it.
I need more. So put it this way. This is how much ammo I bought yesterday. I put all the ammunition I bought on my passenger seat because then I was going to the range, so I needed some of it. And as I'm driving, my car told me that my passenger should buckle up. The sensor in the seat assumed someone was sitting there. That's how many rounds I had piled on my passenger seat. I heard ding, 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 and I'm like, what? And I look up, and next to the mirror, it showed a little figure of a person sitting without their seatbelt on.
A person made of lead.
I had 45 caliber, 40 caliber, 9 millimeter, 380, 227 or 223.
His ammunition is signaling for a turn.
56. I was loaded. Oh my God. Oh, did I have a lot of ammo. It took a couple of trips to get it into the house.
How many pounds would you guess?
I couldn't even tell. It has to be hundreds.
Not 100?
No, it has to be in the hundreds. It's very heavy.
That's got to cost, I don't know, $20, $30 for that. Wow.
But I was stocking up. I bought boxes of, merchandise that I don't think I'm going to be able to get, even though I should have the freedom to get it. So then I went to the range, and the parking lot, full, just packed. I go in, I get my my spot, and just start firing off rounds. Oh, I probably fired about 200 or 250 rounds through my 45, sighting in that laser. So much fun.
What do you think about when you're shooting that many rounds?
I think hit the target. So then I usually have the target. I usually have a just a regular, circles, concentric circles of different colors and numbers. No, like a regular target, a dartboard-ish target, if you will.
Yeah, sure.
And that sights it in pretty well. Once I got that, though, I wanted to have a little fun, so I went to the place where they sell the targets in the range, and I got that target of the bad guy. It's the bad guy target. And this got me thinking, too. How come the target has to just be the evil, bearded, kind of overweight, crook-looking 30s white guy, bad guy target? There's no other target that they sell that it's only you're shooting at that bad guy. Why can't there be some other targets to make it a little more equal? Everyone likes diversity. Why not in targets?
Because they can't make them fast enough?
No. They're just making this white guy target, bad white guy target.
Because of the things you'd yell while shooting.
All right. But it got me thinking, like, how come if everybody wants this equality, how come there would be such outrage if you hung up a target featuring someone of a different race than a white guy? It's a white man that's holding a gun at you, and that's the target. And you just zip that thing back, and there it is, and that's what you're shooting at.
I can tell you why.
Why?
Because it's so obviously a caricature. It so obviously couldn't be real.
So
the
it's-
white man committing the crime.
I gotcha. That's it. That's the guy I'm constantly shooting at.
Well,
or that's a reasonable facsimile.
How do you know
thereof.
he's white?
It's a
He'll see
little
Mencia.
different. Carlos Mencia. He's squinting.
Anthony, there's a solution to every problem.
Yeah.
Bring a black Sharpie next time you go to the range.
A black Sharpie. I'm just saying there should be targets that have the same
bad
diversity that the criminal element has in this country. Why not? If you're shooting at this bad guy, why don't we take all the crime stats in the country and divvy up targets accordingly? So that way I can buy a certain percentage of white targets, a certain percentage of black targets, and hang them up in the range and shoot with a more realistic result as to what I'm shooting at. That's all I'm saying. Problem? Is there a problem with that?
He's just insane.
I'm not insane. It's just this friggin' goody two shoes crap is what it is.
It's supposed to just be fun for everybody.
Let me tell you
I mean,
something.
geez.
I know, because people are saying out there. And let me tell you something. It would be insane to hang a target of anything but a white guy in the range. You would instantly be just, first of all, thrown out of the place. If the news caught wind of it, I'd lose my job. You'd probably be arrested for some kind of hate crime for shooting at a diverse piece of paper. I don't know. It's some kind of paper racism. But why? Why? That's all I want to know.
It's a very good question.
But so I shot at, I shot at evil 1930s Muggsy white guy. See? I'm going to get you, see? He's holding a little revolver. And I was just started shooting him in the groin.
Because you're that angry.
Because I had, with the laser, it's hysterical. So I was just, popping his eyes out.
Yeah.
And hitting him in the chin. Like, anywhere I wanted to shoot him, I could just shoot him.
Okay.
So I was just popping him in the groin for a while, too.
Or if you went to the gun store and said you wanted new targets, and then you brought a photo of a baby, and you're like, could you blow this up? Or an old lady crossing the street, or a small dog.
Just something that's completely defenseless.
Yeah, a president.
A puppy. A little...
The Queen of England.
Puppy with his head turned sideways.
All these things you should never be shooting at targets.
You would think there'd be a market for that. Get a shooting range that just has ridiculous targets.
Yeah.
Have a little fun and humor involved with your shooting.
You know what, though? You'd never get away with that. It would just be outrage. Yeah. Oh, I'm outraged.
Let's go to Adam. Adam?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's up, Adam?
Not much. Just recently went to the gun store and put a down payment on an AR-15, because I probably won't be able to buy one soon.
Get them while you can. Buy up all your 30-round mags you can, too, my friend.
Oh, that's right. I already bought a Springfield XT40, and I shoot 200 rounds of that, no problem.
There you go.
Man, you opened my eyes to something.
Oh, good.
The fact everyone's buying guns like crazy because of what they think Obama's going to do when he becomes the president.
And this is a news story that was going on yesterday. I saw it on a few sites, MSNBC and CNN, that gun stores have, even in this bad economy, gun stores are doing great.
Yeah.
That people want to get a hold of these guns they're not going to be able to get.
Well, speaking of which, Anthony in Boston listening on BCN. What's up, Anthony?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I got same thing going on around here. I actually live up in New Hampshire, but 8,000 rounds of 223 yesterday is what I grabbed, and the range that I go to actually allows you to print out or bring whatever you want to the range. They approve everything. So you could bring a, printout of, I don't know, Obama, whatever.
Well, I wouldn't do that.
Right.
I mean, that's going to get you in trouble with the Secret Service.
No kidding. But
You know.
Anthony's saying the gun stores up in Boston are packed as well.
I'm not even saying like people. I'm just saying generic people that show the diversity of this great land of ours and its criminal element is all I'm saying. There are criminals of every race in this country. So why can't they be represented by the targets of the bad guys that I shoot at? For the most part, I shoot at targets that are targets.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, like I said, like a glorified dartboard type targets. But if you want to shoot at other things, why not? Why not have someone in a hoodie? Something like that. Something like from The Wire. One of my new favorite shows.
Oh.
Like that. Well, you know, some criminal element maybe like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some of these Asian or a Latin gang or what, just something that represents something besides 1930s white bad guy.
Maybe you need to find another range.
Oh, yeah. Bin Laden is pretty much the only other target that you can get.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they love giving you the Bin Laden target.
Oh,
So you could shoot at that one. But wow, really going out on a limb there. He only killed a few thousand Americans, and we get to shoot a paper friggin' target of them. Whoopity-doo.
Let's say hi to Greg in New York. Greg.
Hi. Anthony, I know you're desperately trying to keep the Republicans in by, using the gun thing as some, way of...
Very important to me.
Yeah, I know.
It's very important to everybody.
Do you think...
It's Second Amendment, my friend, so what?
Okay, so do you think if Obama gets in with the economy the way it is, with the war, health care and everything, do you think the first thing he's going to want to do is attack taking away your guns?
Yes.
Is that like the priority of the country?
Dude, he's been doing that his whole career, and that is just it's not only the gun thing. The gun thing is an example of what this guy is about. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's just the gun thing that bothers me. The fact that is such a big issue with him, it shows his personality, his priorities, and that's what upsets me, is the fact that this guy has no respect for the Constitution of this country.
Okay, the economy is going to keep him busy for at least 3 years.
So get out of here.
The war will be at least another 1 year. And the other thing, too, didn't Clinton sign the assault bans treaty or weapons act?
Yeah, the assault
weapons
ban. He did. Yes, he did.
Okay, so you still had your guns, though, right?
No, not during that time, not till it expired, and Bush didn't re-sign it.
Yeah, I know that part.
How about this? How about Barack Obama on gun control? Prosecute people who use guns for self-defense in home. Yes. Ban the sale of almost all hunting ammunition. Yes. Increase taxes on firearms and ammunition by 500%. Yes. That's only three things right off the bat here. This guy, his entire career has been a party to a lot of these groups and organizations that are the most crazy. They're crazy groups that just want to do away with the Second Amendment. It shows this guy just has no respect to honor the Constitution of this country. His change that he's talking about is changing the Constitution, and not amendments thereof.
All right.
I mean, he wants to take your guns away. He does. That's what he wants to do.
And the way this guy was talking, though, like the Obama, they can only do one thing at a time. Like, he can't focus on the economy and then also sign a gun bill.
I tell you something about the economy, too. Why do you think it goes up 1,000 points in one day and then down 200 points and up 500 points? If we were in a ridiculous recession like they're saying, the market would go down a lot more than it goes up. It's really kind of chilling at about $9,000 at this point. It goes down, it goes back up. It's going to fix itself. That's what the economy does. The president really, not much of an impact there as far as the economy goes. It's very cyclical. Look at the charts. Look at the charts of the Dow. You'll see dips like this all the time.
They're saying it's going to get a lot worse, though, Ant. The experts are saying.
Are they? I heard other experts saying it's getting better.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
What to believe.
It's one of those things. But you know something? A couple of years down the road, regardless of who's in office, it's going to get better.
All right. We got the phones. They're lit. I don't think we can get to everybody. Steve in Boston, when I go to the range, I shoot a black guy target.
Where is he? Yeah, look at where he's from.
Boston.
That's all they sell up there.
Of course. It's hard to find the white guy target.
They'll throw you out.
Justin in Detroit.
This target murdered my wife. Jump off a bridge.
Justin in Detroit. It's cold in the D, yes. At my local range, we shoot Arab targets.
Mm-hmm.
Ian's an FBI agent. We're not allowed to shoot at human-shaped targets.
Yeah, they use bowling pins. They use giant printouts of bowling pins because that's kind of the shape of a human, the body and the head.
But the FBI, they're shooting for a reason. They gotta know what the hell they're doing out there.
Exactly.
Why is it? Why are they doing that to the FBI agents?
No one, bowling. You're never looking for bowling pins in criminal cases.
Oh.
One time, maybe.
He's mugged by a bowling pin.
It's possible it occasionally will happen, especially if it's around the alley where the crime is committed.
There it is. That's what they shoot at.
Brad in Georgia, Anthony, he's wondering if you could recommend a gun before Obama takes over.
Any type of nice 227 type or 223 type AR-15, something like that is good. Pick them all up. Get anything you can. Just go in there and buy everything.
Then you got Joe in New York. Sure, Obama lies, but doesn't every politician?
What? Politicians lie?
And then this guy gets his ammo delivered in bulk by UPS.
Yeah.
Neil in New York. Nice.
That's what you got to do.
Can you imagine if you were looking for a bowling pin? I mean, all he'd do is run into the alley and then stand in the little line. You'd never know which was which.
All right. Oh, damn it.
There'd be 10 of them in each lane, and they'd all be no one would rat each other out.
That's ridiculous. What happened where the FBI agents aren't allowed to shoot at the real looking targets?
Even if you found the right one, how do you cuff them?
I know you have to squat and pick them up and walk slowly out with them with your hands free. With the FBI, they ought to shoot at targets of old J. Edgar Hoover in a dress, perhaps dressed as the belle of the ball.
Of course, that's the guy. That's the target I was shooting at. That's him. Look at him. See. Look, he's sporting some hog, though, isn't he?
My God almighty.
He's packing.
He's all bag.
He really is.
He's packing a gun and he's packing something else there, huh?
That's great. I was actually able to pick his individual fingers off.
Really?
That's nice.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at his hairy knuckles.
Yeah, he's got hairy knuckles.
Big old hairy knuckles.
Big hairy Robin Williams hands.
Just to wrap up this segment here, we got Obama trying to.
He's funny, man.
He's trying to. You got to hang in there to the end of this clip. He's trying to do something with an old sitcom.
Very funny.
Listen to this.
If Senator McCain is elected, we'll have another president who wants to privatize part of your Social Security. That ain't right. Can you imagine if you had your Social Security invested in the stock market these last 2 weeks, these last 2 months? You wouldn't need Social Security. You'd be having what was it, Sanford and Son? You'd be like, I'm coming, Wheezy.
All right. There's a couple of things wrong there, huh?
How does the black candidate mess up the blackest sitcom ever reference?
Yeah.
I'm coming, Wheezy.
Wheezy?
You hear the wheels falling right off.
Yeah, he just has no confidence in it because he's off script.
He knew he was in deep trouble. Listen to the end real fast.
And
then
Social Security invested in the stock market these last 2 weeks, these last 2 months. You wouldn't need Social Security. You'd be having what was it, Sanford and Son? You'd be like, I'm coming, Wheezy.
That's not the line.
Did he at least? I want to know. What did the crowd do? They probably were like,
we know he means Elizabeth.
Well, at least say that.
That was, I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'm coming, Elizabeth. It's a big one.
Or maybe he means that maybe he messed up Sanford and Son. Maybe he meant the Jeffersons, and that with McCain as president, everybody will own their own cleaning business and be small and have an interracial couple above them.
I don't think he meant that.
That's what he meant. Cleaning businesses for everyone. Everyone's a dry cleaner with him as president.
All right. We got to take another break. We got 2 days left in Jocktober. We might have to do this one today.
Once again, Anthony is full of crap.
You want that?
Just quickly, I'd like to know why I'm full of crap. Hello, Rob from New York.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Okay, please explain why I'm full of crap.
All right, I called once before when you were ripping on Obama for attacking McCain on the economy. But with the Second Amendment issue, I agree that not all hunting rifles should be banned, and there shouldn't be a huge increase in tax on guns and ammo. But when the Second Amendment was written, they didn't have assault rifles. I mean, you're looking at guns that you have to load with powder. It's impossible to go into a high school, right, or a shopping mall and commit the kind of damage that one person can do with an automatic rifle. That's why I think the ban was a good thing. I think you should be able to shoot a .30-06 or something like that. But, maybe you're okay with a rifle, maybe. An assault rifle, I don't know. But some other people should not be able to get their hands on weapons like that.
What constitutes an assault rifle, sir?
Anything that fires semi-automatically.
All right, so you're saying every semi-automatic rifle should be taken off the market.
Think about the damage one human being.
Is that what you're saying, though?
Well, maybe. Either that or there should be very tough requirements to get it. Not anybody should be able to pick one up.
Insane. You're talking.
You're insane.
No, that's insanity.
Why? Why do you need that type of firepower?
Why not? But first of all, because it's in the Constitution. It doesn't say the right to bear musket.
Gun ban, shot and powder.
Oh, stop it! They
What was it?
Oh, because they never ever thought firearms are going to get any better than they got when they were shoving a ball down a musket.
I don't think the M16 was in this type shit.
No, I'm sure it wasn't. But you know something? I can't have a fully automatic M16. That is illegal for me. I can own a semi-automatic rifle. Yeah, I am too. Believe me, I'd love to rattle one of those off.
You can't fire them at ranges?
But I'm not full of crap. I can't. I can't fire. No, I'm not. It's the Second Amendment. You want to twist it around.
Well, the Second Amendment was originally written for what reason? So that people could fight against an oppressive state, right?
No.
So that they wouldn't fall under tyranny.
No,
yeah.
it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. It says the government should not infringe on the right for Americans for the people to bear arms. That's what it says.
I love to say it's full of crap, because why was it put in there? It was put in there because the British had been controlling.
It doesn't say why. Do you know? I love this friggin' argument. It doesn't say why. There's no reason in there that says why or why not the American people have the right to bear arms.
Yeah, you have to look outside of it to know a little bit more.
Oh, look outside of it. Read it literally, you dummy. Everyone's looking to interpret that one. How about I interpret the First Amendment? Here it goes. I'm interpreting the First Amendment. There, you can't talk. That's my interpretation. I looked outside of it. Ass. My interpretation. You don't talk. There, how did you like that? Did you like my interpretation? I didn't like the certain words you were using. They weren't using those words in the 1700s.
Why are you a sore loser? Just because your guy's not going to win.
Because they're going to make a president.
But doesn't, let me ask you, can I ask you a question of the Constitution?
Yes, sir.
Doesn't the mindset of the Constitution authors, they do take that into account? Meaning, like, again, it could be the separate but equal, Brown versus Board. There is something to the mindset of the people who wrote the Constitution. They do actually look into that and go, was their intention to do this? Even if it's not written, it is considered. Like, separate but equal usually means that one is better than the other, I think. And so they said, well, that was never what the intent. I forget how it was worded, but their mindset does come into play, at least according to the Supreme Court.
Do you know, the Second Amendment is so simple. It's just anti-gun advocates have twisted it around so much to make it confusing. It's a very simple thing if you read it. They've tried to throw the militia thing in there, that it's just for a militia. The militia was the people. That's what it was. So in order to have a militia, the public had to be armed. It didn't say that was the only reason. It said that there should be no infringement on the people's right to bear arms. None infringement. Don't infringe upon it. What does that mean? That's not open to interpretation.
But it was written a long time ago.
Who gives a crap when it was written? Sorry, that's when it was written.
I think the Constitution's very good. I think it's slightly overrated at times as a document that can't be challenged. And I mean, not just with that, but with all...
So what about the First Amendment? Let's take that one. Do you take that as an absolute?
Yes, I do.
All right. What if someone doesn't like what you're saying? This happens all the time. They don't like what you're saying on stage and want to change it. Well, it was written a long time ago before people were potty mouthing like Jimmy Norton on stage and cursing and talking about hurting people. So let's change that. Look outside the words and change that. And now Jimmy Norton can be arrested for saying what he says on stage. You like that?
I do.
All right. I hate when you do that to me.
No, I think the difference is...
He did it to Lenny Bruce.
The difference is, yes, of course.
Yeah.
My only difference is when you look at the difference in what language is being used as today.
Mm-hmm.
There was unpopular stuff then. Maybe it's changed. The parameters have changed. But when you look at like the progression of weapons,
yeah,
it's just different. Like language, I don't think has expanded. Like the use of language hasn't expanded like the way weapons have.
They do have limitations. I can't own a tank.
Right.
I can't own a bazooka. I can own a semi-automatic rifle, which is. It's a semi-automatic rifle. People do use it for hunting. They use it. What accoutrements are hanging off of the goddamn thing doesn't make any difference. Do you think it matters that I have a plastic stock that has ridges on it, and I have a handle and a stock that's lightweight, and things that make this thing an assault rifle, flash suppressor on the muzzle? What does that do? When it comes down to a bullet flying out of the front of it.
The flash suppressors, that's the problem.
That's what it is.
I'm completely against them.
Yes.
Get rid of them.
We
got
to
start there, right?
There's something I could get behind.
I want a flash brightener.
Yeah, I'd say
something to make it lighter.
I say RPGs for all Americans, Anthony.
Righty?
All Americans. They
Sounds
should
good.
They should hand them out as you're voting. You vote in this country, you get a free RPG. Courtesy of the government.
I like it. 10th caller, you get an RPG.
How cool would that be if we all walked around with RPGs?
RPGs.
Just take it completely the other way.
Oh, just shooting at cars.
Be the president that says, look, yes, I agree with the Second Amendment, and buy whatever the hell you want. Buy the hell whatever you want.
Just get whatever you want. Can you afford a hydrogen bomb?
Right.
It's yours.
Right.
But do you know that the NRA says I should be able to own a gun?
Yeah.
They're wrong.
But
I know me.
But right, you know you. It's called responsible gun. It's not the obligation of everybody to own a gun. It's the right for everybody to own one or to not own one. You don't have to own a gun. And most legal, law-abiding citizens that own gun are responsible gun owners. Are there accidents? Sure there are. There are car accidents. Are there people that do awful things with guns, even legally bought ones? Yes. Not nearly as much as illegal guns. And I'll bring up Chicago again, a city that you are not allowed to own a gun in. As a citizen, you are not legally allowed to own a gun in there, and it's the highest murder rate in the country with guns. It's the high because all the bad guys got them, and none of the citizens have them. And has that worked? Does that work? No. That kind of gun control doesn't work. It's been proven again and again in these cities that you're not allowed to own guns in as private citizens.
Jimmy, I want to say yes so bad there.
So did I.
I know.
Just because he didn't want to hear yes.
I know.
But I do. I don't. I'm not as far as that. But you are right about people should be able to own the guns.
I know we got to break quickly. It says, why do regular people need guns like that? You know why? Because I like shooting them. They're fun. They're interesting weapons to fire. It's like having a car. Why don't we all drive white Aries K cars around? Why did you choose blue for your car? Why did you do it? I just like the way it feels in my hand, the way it looks, the way it shoots. There are certain weapons that feel better in your hand than other ones.
All right, have the shooting range just stock up on every possible gun, and then you go there and you rent the gun for an hour.
No.
And then there's no harm.
No, because
and then you get to shoot whatever the hell you want, and then the society's safer when you're not.
Society.
Oh, I said it wrong.
No, because I want to own it. It's mine.
I'm just joking. Let's take a break here.
Take away my gun.
Wow, you got the phones lit, Ann.
Certainly did.
You all right?
Well, calm down.
Want us to take your blood pressure? I would love to see what it is right now.
No, it's probably pretty good.
After that?
We ought to
it
get
has
one of
to go up.
We ought to get one of those in here for every so often. Check you out, me.
It has to go up.
Jimmy.
Joe the plumber again.
Hey, Joe!
Joe the plumber.
Enough of this Michael Chiklis looking douche.
God.
Enough.
Look at him.
Big stupid boxy head.
Wait, Sarah Palin has Joe the plumber?
Yeah, banging.
They're banging. Nice.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, he's laying pipe.
Opie and
The Opie and Anthony Show.
You're listening to Opie and Anthony. There's something very... that really makes me crazy.
Last fucking thing sucks.
My heart's getting heavy.
Ted.
I don't know the lyrics, Stephen, but that's a lovely song.
Thank you, Ted. I appreciate
Pendulums
that.
do swing, too. Works out well.
How do you know about pendulums?
I've seen them swinging in clocks, in grandfather clocks that stop suddenly in the presence of ghosts.
I thought perhaps you might have been in the business of selling them.
Maybe Ted.
I've never sold pendulums. That's a dirty business, Daniel, and I won't be involved in it.
A dirty
It
business.
certainly is. There's no corruption like there is in the pendulum business. We all know that. All those pendulums sold are counterfeited. They're spray-painted cow patties with little sticks on them.
I never remember seeing a pendulum store. Can you figure out one?
I once purchased a clock, and the pendulum inside was a cow patty with a stick on it, and my whole apartment smelled like duty.
Where did you purchase the pendulum?
What's that?
Where did you purchase the pendulum?
It was at a garage sale. They had 1,400 pendulums for sale. I didn't know how they got them. I didn't want to know.
That doesn't sound like a garage sale. That sounds like a store of some
No,
kind.
it was a garage sale. It was my neighbor.
God
He was
damn
going
it.
away for child molesting charges.
Danny's just laughing at me. I'm trying so hard.
What'd you say?
I just want to know if there's a store that
No,
sells
there's
them.
not. I've answered that question, Anthony. What do you want me to say? Oh, yeah, there's a store called Pendulum Emporium. I won't feed into that. I'm not here to abuse anybody.
You won't feed into that.
I will not feed into that type of pendulum propaganda.
Chicanery.
It's chicanery at the highest level. The pendulum business is a dirty business, and I won't laugh about it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
sorry,
all right.
Ted.
I'm sorry to shout.
That's okay.
I didn't mean to
Understand
shout.
your
I
angle.
hate shouting.
Cow patty and the stick. That
Yes,
would make me
they're
angry.
pendulums, and they spray paint them. They look just like real pendulums. You would know it if you didn't take a bite out of them. That's how you test it. Remember they used to test coins? They would bite the coin. That's to make sure it's not shit.
I never knew. Wow.
Yes.
Oh, my fucking head hurts.
You don't want to be wrong on that one, do you? God. That's a damn good song. Let's get out of my way. Pendulum swinging back the other. Very good. That's a toe tapper.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, you're very welcome, Stephen. I'm a big fan of your work, despite your homosexuality. I don't care.
I know you don't.
Even though the Bible says it's wrong.
It certainly does. Thank you, Ted.
Fun improv with you.
I knew that was fucking
Yes.
coming.
Perfect.
We do things smart here.
We do suck.
Here's some shit for you fuckers.
You're listening
Here you go. Enjoy this, fuckers.
to Opie and Anthony.
Listen to this shit.
This is a bit mellow. Opie and Anthony, good morning. Jim Norton.
Yes.
A couple things really fast. Of course, the Phillies won, but we'll talk about that when Philadelphia wakes up, which would be around noon or 1 this afternoon.
Oh, there it is. Damn it.
What happened?
Nothing. The line got stepped on.
How about the
By the music, yeah.
The music just kicked in. I'm sorry.
No.
What were you going to say?
That's right.
No, do it.
Nope.
Do
too
it.
late.
Do it.
No,
do
the,
it.
the
do
moment
it.
passed.
Do it.
Why? It was good. He
Do
said
it.
something about how they were going to get up early, like noon was early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good line.
Well, what was your line?
That was my line.
No, that was my line.
No, see, Jimmy just stole my line.
Want to feel old today? Want to feel old?
Oh, it's feel old thingy?
Yeah, yeah.
That we're doing now?
These little things that make you realize your life is just like
TikTok.
flying by. The Fonz has a birthday today. 63.
Oh, the Fonz is 63. Isn't that how old he'd be if he was really in the 50s? Like, what happened?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he was old when he was making that damn thing. He was making believe he was some young little thing.
Yeah, some young punk.
He was already in his...
Never fought.
No.
They were all just scared of him. Whoa, okay, Fonz.
Yeah. He'll take off that leather jacket and do something with it.
Yeah.
Put it over Cunningham's face.
Cunningham in my office. And they go in the bathroom together.
Talk to the hole in the stalls.
Yeah. Yeah, get in that stall. I'll get in this one.
Smoke that, Cunningham.
Oh.
Okey doke, Art.
Yeah, he would take off the leather jacket, not a hint of a muscle, but everyone was scared of
They
him.
were all scared of him.
What did he know? Some of that karate.
He had the T-shirt on, and all I know is he knew how to do that Russian dance.
Yeah.
From the Weezer video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's not very threatening, there, Fonz.
No. And AC/DC, good for them.
Yep.
Their album Black Ice, first week out.
Yeah.
784,000 copies. People are still buying the music.
Rock is back. What?
You can't find a CD, though. Is that online buys?
No, I think that's all Walmart.
That would make, you know
No
what?
way.
It would make sense that would not be online because I think it's an older demo.
They're not on iTunes either.
AC/DC's not on iTunes?
Oh, well, that would help, too.
I think it was 3 different stores. I believe it was Walmart, Sam's Club, and one other place. And I think the 3 total sales numbers were...
No online, though, right?
I don't think so.
I suppose Walmart even sells it.
No kidding.
You know?
Well,
ACDC.com was the other place.
Okay. Oh, wow. You can download it?
I'm sure they sold a few hundred off
Well,
that.
they're big enough to do that.
Yeah.
Can I mention the fact that I'm doing book signings all next week?
Yeah, that's cool, Jimmy. I Hate Your Guts coming out next week.
Says it starts in New York. I'm not going to give them all. Let's just say go to onaradio.com. But Monday's the first one at the Borders that I did my first one at. And I might have a special surprise plan there.
Really?
What?
I just said that.
A tranny?
No, that wouldn't be a surprise.
It's like, oh, this again.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Sheila. Oh, no.
All right, listen.
Ooh, a text message.
What?
Oh, sorry. Ooh. Would it be annoying if I did that every time I got a text message? I didn't mean to do it. Like, no matter what anybody was saying.
You interrupter.
Listen, the Obama thing we're going to get back to because it's a hot topic.
Yes.
Hot topic on the show. I want to finally tell everyone why I want Obama to be the president of the United States.
Really?
And it's very simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's great for this radio show.
Oh, is it?
Oh, my God, is it?
Really?
That's the real reason why I want Obama to win at this point.
You want to see me go crazy?
Yes. Yes, secretly I do. It's
You'll
kinda
see
weird.
it.
I don't know why.
You'll see it then.
Because I love you like a brother, but for some reason I want to see you just go completely
Go
nuts. One day. I don't know.
nuts.
I don't know what it's about.
Because you're nuts. I can tell you what it's about.
Really?
Of course. What do you think? You're emotionally healthy? It's because you're out of your mind and you want to see him in the same rotten rowboat you're in.
Watch me go the real way to say bat crap, but you want me to you see me do that every day.
Yeah, when Ed talks about like driving 125 miles an hour, Jimmy's all freaked out. I'm sitting there like, all right, yeah, cool.
Yeah, he's nuts. He's out of his mind.
I don't even think what that would mean to the show. It just excites me.
No, because Jimmy
that
sees
you're
a-
just so out of your gourd at times.
Jimmy sees a news microphone in front of his face. Yeah, we're all shocked. We told him to drive slower, you know.
Oh.
And we're just gonna have to carry on from here.
Yeah,
that's why I panic.
Oh.
But Obama,
Jeez, way to really bring me up there, Jimmy. Thanks.
Well, I worry. I worry. What would I say to the news people?
I don't know.
No
your
comment.
Your book is on sale.
Yeah. Believe me,
you'd fit a plug in.
You have no idea how, if there is some kind of a heaven, you'd appreciate the plug I gave myself during all talks about you in the
Jimmy
news.
would be on every news channel crying his eyes out with a huge "I hate your guts" Jim Norton
To the
Norton
pole,
T-shirt.
to the pole he hit. I just want to say, and he holds his book up. I hate your guts.
Right.
And nothing. It's just so sad. Do you think the fact that my book is on sale now in stores makes me feel better? I don't care.
This is supposed to be a happy time for me. I have a book coming out.
Oh my God, that would be fantastic.
No kidding.
All the shows would have me on.
Oh, of course they would.
Everything would sell.
Great.
All our merchandise would sell. What do we got? We got a few T-shirts. God, we're the lamest.
Yeah.
Elmo would make a shirt like with a wacky cartoon with like ant coming through the windshield, and a pole, like a pole bent over, and the pole would have a sad face because
Yeah.
it just got it. Oh, a text message.
But then the shirt would say something like, "You'll be missed." Just this horrific cartoon figure flying through the windshield. We got stuff.
Imagine me with a little talk bubble over my head as I'm flying through the air, going, "At least I don't have to have a." Oh, damn it!
Oh boy,
I didn't
what
have
happened?
the beep.
What happened?
Oh boy.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
We all knew exactly where you were going.
Yes,
of course.
At least I don't have to. Wait, get that beep ready.
But I think if you're a fan of the show, you got to secretly hope that Obama is the next president. It's just going to be great material, and we're going to get the blood pressure machine.
And we'll never make it 4 more years on the air.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He wins. I want Wednesday morning a blood pressure machine in studio.
Yes.
Because I want to take your blood pressure on that day.
Oh, when the people call up going, ha ha.
That's a good question. Who would you replace Ann with? That's Steve in Boston. I would take a year off.
Take a year off and then just, whatever.
And then, I don't want to think that crap, you idiot.
Yeah, Norton and Friends would continue.
Here is, we were going to kind of like fade out of Jocktober, but Sam surprised us with a nice one today. This is for the people.
Jocktober Sammy.
Yeah. Sammy. Don't say it just yet, but this is for the people that have been lingering a while.
Oh, wait,
we have to do Jocktober.
Give me that.
We have to do Jocktober today.
Happy Jocktober, everybody, from your friends at the Opie and Anthony Show. It's a celebration of hacky, pukey radio shows and DJs from across this great nation of ours.
Be aware out there today, there seems to be something in the air besides the fall weather here.
Oh, my God. Would you just kill yourself?
I
would go home and just swallow a shotgun.
Crank up the crapola. It's Jocktober.
There's a person stranded.
There's a show. It's stranded.
That's good. I love that.
That is funny.
What the hell was that?
Happy Jocktober, everybody, from your friends at the Opie and Anthony Show.
Let's all do it.
There was no joy attached to that sound.
2 days left in Jocktober.
Oh, yes.
That's it.
It's a hell of a way for you to leave the show, man. This is amazing. This great Jocktober bit, and then you say goodbye to everybody tomorrow.
The grand finale.
Yeah, this is just, it's perfect for you.
Let's not spoil anything.
Well, today's Jocktober feature.
Yeah.
John and Jeff, everyone.
All
John and Jeff.
Look at us.
Two guys.
Yes, they are.
Allegedly.
They are two guys. Barely two guys.
They're two guys.
Well, what's the history on John and Jeff? When we first came back to regular radio, we had to follow John and Jeff. They were doing the overnights.
Here on K-Rock, yeah.
And boy, did they get rid of them.
Yeah. It was called K-Rump.
You know something? I couldn't remember who these guys were. I swear. I'm like, John and Jeff, I know that. But yes, remember, we couldn't even deal with like going into the bathroom to use the bathroom because their broadcast would be piped into the speakers in there.
As we were getting ready for our show.
It would bind you up instantly. You'd pucker so much that you couldn't go.
See, for me, it was just the opposite. I couldn't hold it. I would hear their voices, and my body would relax like I was on Demerol, and I'd fill my shoes.
It's like the brown note.
Safe to say, this is horrendous radio. It is god-awful.
Well, it's not that bad.
All right, Sam?
John and Jeff. Want to just play the first clip? And then
please, let's get a little taste.
Well, John and Jeff are two guys who...
Yeah, for those who don't remember John and Jeff, luckily they describe themselves.
Yeah.
In their promos.
Due to the mature and graphic subject matter, viewer discretion is advised.
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think if you lie about a crime, you gotta do the time. We're two guys who think vegetarians should just mind their own business. We're two guys who think the divorce rate would be 80% if a man didn't lose half. We're two guys who think anyone caught driving without car insurance should have their vehicle impounded.
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
But that's not. It's not funny stuff. It's not interesting.
It's real stuff.
It's they're just blurting things out.
But they're dangerous. Though. At least they're taking a stance.
Wow.
Exactly.
They are really like on the edge there. Controversial stuff right there that they were blurting out.
They're letting you know if you're going to call their show and be like, "Hey, I'm just driving and I don't have car insurance," it's not going to fly.
Hey, we think your car should be confiscated.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you pump up that concept with some humor? Like, we're two guys
Two
that
guys
think
that
vegetarians should mind their own business.
Well, they're right.
Their own beeswax.
You could come up
I
with
think.
a million things that you'd like to do with vegetarians.
The thing is, though, you could come up with a million funnier things, but you could probably come up with nothing unfunnier. So they've hit the zenith in one direction. It's amazing.
You could pump that crap up easy. It's easy stuff.
But it's miraculous how they have found the unfunniest things, and they've listed them all in a row.
Yeah. We're two guys.
We're two guys who believe that if you put a left shoe on a left foot and a right one on a right foot, you should be walking comfortably. God almighty, these guys are nuts. They're out there. Wow.
And let's not forget that one of these guys likes to go to Thailand.
Yeah.
God, we did hours on that.
On Thailand.
We did hours on that.
It's only one reason to go to Thailand.
Well, on the website, the one guy, I don't even know who it is.
That's John.
Oh, I can make, all right, this guy who's John. Okay.
John.
There's a lot of pictures of him with young
young girls.
Very young girls from Thailand.
That does make me like them a little more, though. They're 18. They don't look like kids. They're just, like teenage chicks.
Yeah, but when I see the pictures like this, I feel sorry for the dude because I'm like, look, a guy that can't get a real broad.
Dude, look at the one all the way to the left. Come on. She looks like 14.
Tops.
Yeah.
Uncle Paul.
Well, let's move on. John and Jeff are two guys who do other stuff, too.
Yeah, they don't just do those things.
Yeah.
But there are lots of things that they believe in and support.
We're two guys that believe if your friend has a tent in his pants, you should relieve it. Yuck.
All right, here we go. John and Jeff are two guys who do other stuff, too.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think there should be no suicide watch in jail. We're two guys who think women's lip implant surgery should be declared a federal disaster area. We're two guys who think health care for illegal immigrants should be billed to their country.
We're two guys who think there should be a telethon to find a cure for male baldness.
The John and Jeff Show.
They don't have one person around them that tells them that this stinks?
How about we're two guys that should disagree once in a while to make it interesting?
They're two guys that just agree on everything.
Yeah, we're two guys who... Ugh.
Oh, come on. Look at that picture. How old is that girl?
And that's in a bar in Thailand, man. Because you see all the same looking...
I mean, how old was that girl? Bang. Bang.
Can I just say that the caption, I just caught this, it really kind of stands out to me.
Yeah.
It says, John parties all night with, and then in quotations, it says, the ladies.
Oh, is she a lady boy?
I don't know.
Is she a trans?
The ladies.
It potentially could be, but I find those quotes to be highly suggestive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, in the lovely city of...
It's great.
Phuket.
Right after they... Right after they took that picture, she was able to pop balloons with pins shot out of a straw. I've seen that show.
Without using her hands, people.
Yeah, of course.
Just to bring it on home for everybody.
Yeah.
We're two guys who believe that cleverly put quote marks means you can tell the truth without lying.
Well, guys, John and Jeff are still two guys, right?
Yeah, they're definitely two guys.
Oh, Jesus.
The John and Jeff
The
Show.
John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think every DMV driving test should be in English only.
We're two guys who think any woman who claims to be experimenting is in denial.
We're two guys who think anyone who steals a shopping cart should be deported.
We're two guys who think mandatory tipping for room service should be illegal.
The John and Jeff Show.
John and Jeff.
These guys go out on a limb.
We're two guys that realize we ran out of two guys stuff.
Yeah. We're two guys who believe that writing with a sharpened pencil is easier than a dull one. Oh, they should both just have strokes at the same moment.
Speaking of dull, the John and Jeff Show.
But really, how many times have you gone to the supermarket and needed a shopping cart and realized there's not enough? It must have been stolen. I hope somebody deports whoever did that.
Yes. I got to walk around with groceries in my hands.
Yeah. I need to use a basket instead of a cart.
Yeah, one of those little held baskets.
Yeah.
Unless they're stealing those too. I don't know.
Oh.
Jimmy's just angry.
I'm not. I'm befuddled.
You're befuddled.
Like, I don't know what it is. It's certainly not funny, but it's not even interesting. It's not. It's like they've managed to avoid anything that would make me want to listen to them.
This vexes me.
I'm
very vexed.
You want to hear the sad part?
I thought we just did.
They're one of CBS Radio's shows.
Are
we
they?
work for CBS Radio. Those mother effers in corporate. These guys are in more cities than we are with this drivel.
Yep. At what time, though?
True. In the middle of nowhere.
I'm
but
sure that's
They're the third shifters.
They're in L.A., San Francisco, Boston, Portland, Providence, Norfolk, Greensboro, Louisville, Grand Rapids, Ithaca, Charleston, Fort Wayne, Augusta, Reno, Boise, Charlottesville, and Sioux City.
It says the morning radio commute just got earlier.
Yep.
Is what they say because they do their show at 2 in the morning.
Yes, that's true.
So that means it just got earlier. No, you're broadcasting to sleeping people.
I guarantee they save money on a dump guy. They save money on lawyer fees.
That's what it is.
Very safe radio.
If a signal goes out, but there isn't a radio on to translate that signal into actual sound, are you really doing a show?
No, they probably have a dump guy because what happens if a vegetarian calls up and she's sticking her nose in someone's business?
That's right. Right on. Andrew, New York. You're on the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah, John and Jeff. We're two guys that should make two guys one cup.
Nice.
They do. It's called their show.
And the listener has to eat it.
We got Jim Jeffries standing by, so we're going to have to take a break.
Yes, young Jim is here. I didn't even know he was in town.
Yeah, but we're very excited. None of us knew. He killed on your Down and Dirty.
Yeah, he did.
show
Jim was
for HBO.
beloved.
Did we play John and Jeff? There's two of them?
No, I don't think we did.
Oh, okay.
The John and Jeff Show.
John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think there is no excuse for poor neighborhoods being dirty.
We're two guys who think any band that comes back after a farewell tour should be sued.
We're two guys who think parole boards should be eliminated.
We're two guys who think children's beauty pageants are comfort food for perverts.
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
John?
They love their comfort food.
Yes, he loves his Thailand comfort food, doesn't he?
God. Let me say hi to Mark in Florida. Mark, how are you, buddy?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, there was nothing on late night radio, and I used to have to listen to these clowns. They went on for an hour on a bit that they went to a party one night, and I don't know which clown it was, but he went in and made number 2 in the bathroom and streaked and was too embarrassed to leave and spent an hour on how he got out of the bathroom by first trying toilet paper, and then he ended up using the guy's toothpaste, and then finally his toothbrush, and then he left. That's the right sort of excitement.
That's all lies.
It's a lie.
He would do that.
He didn't.
Oh, that was their hour-long bit. That was how they filled time.
Did he talk about how he broke his tampon applicator?
Yeah,
that never
probably.
happened.
It just never happened. That's embarrassing.
I'm sure it didn't, but that was just one of their bits.
If you really care, just a little bit of toilet paper takes care of that, and you're out of there in a minute. Or
John
you just leave it for someone else to enjoy.
John and Jeff, we're two guys at the store.
These guys are awful.
Horrendous.
John and Jeff talk about getting an A for effort. This is the last track before we take a break and get Jim Jeffries in here, and then maybe we'll do a little more of this two guys humor for everybody.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
Yeah, I give you both an A for effort, but an F because you didn't get the answer. I mean, think about that. You know, when the teacher would always say, "I give you an A for effort, but I give you a C on the project." I mean, that really.
Yeah, but wasn't that letter? Didn't that letter mean something other than fail?
A C sure did to you, I bet.
Yeah, think about that. You know why?
Why use vulgar language?
Exactly.
On homework assignments.
I mean, think
F.
Right.
It's like, wait a minute.
Right.
Show me some respect. Why would you say that to me?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I got to study harder, but don't insult me.
Oh my God, it just makes you look at me. Look, I need that blood pressure machine. Can I tell you something about radio? When people meet me out and about, they go, "Wow, your voice is different in real life." This thing right here makes everyone sound like they got balls.
Yeah.
You hear his voice through all that processing? What does he sound like in real life if this equipment can't pump him up a bit and make him more bassy?
Spuds Buckley?
Wow. Yeah, but I was also like fucking,
little tater.
That was
Yes.
nothing.
Little tater tot.
We're two guys who believe fudgy.
Wudgy. Bar.
Hey, man.
Why are you making this about me?
I don't know. I gotta get at you somehow.
This is about John and Jeff today.
Oh, okay.
I was just starting out. These guys have been doing it for a while. So what did they say there?
God.
An A for effort?
Yeah.
Is that worth the whole break? Can you imagine us doing a whole break on, you know how they used to give you an A for effort?
But then
What does that mean?
they twisted it because it's like F means failure, but F means a bad word too. So it's like,
Yeah.
Why would you say that to me?
yeah.
Ooh.
Why do they give an A for effort?
It's good stuff.
Observational humor. It's great.
Yeah.
When I was in school, I don't know what it meant, but I would always get an A, a B, or a CS, or a D.
All right, well. Thank God this Jocktober's almost over. It's exhausting. It's exhausting.
Jockvember.
No. Povember. We all know.
Of course.
All right, Jim Jeffries, the great Jim Jeffries.
Yes.
This guy would be doing our show on a regular basis, but he travels the world to do his comedy. And he was on HBO's Down and Dirty, starring Jim Norton.
Yeah,
recently.
he was great.
Did great.
He was really great.
And he's going to join the program next. We're very happy about that.
Ooh.
And we'll do a little more John, Jeff, and some other things. Opie and Anthony.
Here's some shit for you fuckers.
You're listening
Here you go. Enjoy this, fuckers.
to Opie and Anthony.
Listen to this shit.
This is a bit mellow. Opie and Anthony, good morning. Jim Norton.
Yes.
A couple things really fast. Of course, the Phillies won, but we'll talk about that when Philadelphia wakes up, which would be around noon or 1 this afternoon.
Oh, there it is. Damn it.
What happened?
Nothing. The line got stepped on.
How about the
By
drum
the
beat?
music, yeah.
The music just kicked in. I'm sorry.
No.
What were you going to say?
That's right.
No, do it.
Nope.
Do
too
it.
late.
Do it.
No,
do
the,
it.
the
do
moment
it.
passed.
Do
Why?
it.
It was good. He
Do
said
it.
something about how they were going to get up early, like noon was early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good line.
Well, what was your line?
That was my line.
No, that was my line.
No, see, Jimmy just stole my line.
Want to feel old today? Want to feel old?
Oh, it's feel old thingy?
Yeah, yeah.
That we're doing now?
These little things that make you realize your life is just like
TikTok.
flying by. The Fonz has a birthday today. 63.
Oh, the Fonz is 63. Isn't that how old he'd be if he was really in the 50s? Like, what happened?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he was old when he was making that damn thing. He was making believe he was some young little thing.
Yeah, some young punk.
He was already in his...
Never fought.
No.
They were all just scared of him. Whoa, okay, Fonz.
Yeah. He'll take off that leather jacket and do something with it.
Yeah.
Put it over Cunningham's face.
Cunningham in my office. And they go in the bathroom together.
Fuck through the hole in the stalls.
Yeah. Yeah, get in that stall. I'll get in this one.
Smoke that, Cunningham.
Oh.
Okey doke, Art.
Yeah, he would take off the leather jacket, not a hint of a muscle, but everyone was scared of
They
him.
were all scared of him.
What did he know? Some of that karate.
He had the T-shirt on, and no, yeah, all I know is he knew how to do that Russian dance.
Yeah.
From the Weezer video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's not very threatening, their Fonz.
No. And AC/DC, good for them.
Yep.
Their album Black Ice, first week out.
Yeah.
784,000 copies. People are still buying the music.
Rock is back. What?
You can't find a CD, though. Is that online buys?
No, I think that's all Walmart.
That would make, you know
No
what?
way.
It would make sense that would not be online because I think it's an older demo.
They're not on iTunes either.
AC/DC's
Yeah.
not on iTunes?
Oh, well, that would help, too.
I think it was 3 different stores. I believe it was Walmart, Sam's Club, and one other place. And I think the 3 total sales numbers were...
No online, though, right?
I don't think so.
I suppose Walmart even sells it,
No kidding.
you know? So
Well,
restricted.
ACDC.com was the other place.
oh, wow.
You can download it?
I'm sure they
Yeah.
sold a few hundred off
Well, they're
that.
big enough to do that.
Yeah.
Can I mention the fact that I'm doing book signings all next week?
Yeah, that's cool, Jimmy. I Hate Your Guts coming out next week.
Says it starts in New York. I'm not going to give them all. Let's just say go to onaradio.com. But Monday's the first one at the Borders. that I did my first one at. And I might have a special surprise plan there.
Really?
What?
I just said that.
A tranny?
No, that wouldn't be a surprise.
It's like, oh, this again.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Sheila. Oh, Nor.
All right, listen.
Ooh, a text message.
What?
Oh, sorry. Ooh. Would it be annoying if I did that every time I got a text message? I didn't mean to do it. Like, no matter what anybody was saying.
You interrupter.
Listen, the Obama thing we're going to get back to because it's a hot topic.
Yes.
Hot topic on the show. I want to finally tell everyone why I want Obama to be the president of the United States.
Really?
And it's very simple. Mm-hmm. It's great for this radio show.
Oh, is it?
Oh, my God, is it?
Really?
That's the real reason why I want Obama to win at this point.
You want to see me go crazy?
Yes. Yes, secretly I do. It's
You'll
kind of
see
weird.
it.
I don't know why.
You'll see it then.
Because I love you like a brother, but for some reason I want to see you just go completely
Go
nuts.
nuts.
I don't know what it's about.
Because you're nuts. I can tell you what it's about.
Really?
Of course. What do you think? You're emotionally healthy? It's because you're out of your mind and you want to see him in the same rotten rowboat you're in.
Watch me go the real way to say bat crap, but you want me to you see me do that every day.
Yeah, when Ed talks about like driving 125 miles an hour, Jimmy's all freaked out. I'm sitting there like, all right, yeah, cool.
Yeah, he's nuts. He's out of his mind.
I don't even think what that would mean to the show. It just excites me.
No, because Jimmy
that you're just so out of your gourd at times.
Jimmy sees a news microphone in front of his face. Yeah, we're all shocked. We told him to drive slower, you know. And we're just gonna have to carry on from here. Yeah, that's why I panic.
Oh.
But Obama,
Jeez, way to really bring me up there, Jimmy. Thanks.
Well, I worry. I worry. What would I say to the news people?
I don't know.
No comment.
Your book is on sale.
Yeah. Believe me,
you'd fit a plug in.
You have no idea how, if there is some kind of a heaven, you'd appreciate the plug I gave myself during all talks about you in the
Jimmy
news.
would be on every news channel crying his eyes out with a huge "I hate your guts" Jim Norton
to
Jim
the
Norton
poll
t-shirt.
to the poll he hit. I just want to say, and he holds his book up. I hate your guts.
Right.
Nothing. It's just so sad. Do you think the fact that my book is on sale now in stores makes me feel better? I don't care.
This is supposed to be a happy time for me. I have a book coming out.
Oh my God, that would be fantastic.
No kidding.
All the shows would have me on.
Oh, of course they would.
Everything would sell.
Great.
All our merchandise would sell. What do we got? We got a few T-shirts. God, we're the lamest.
Yeah.
Elmo would make a shirt like with a wacky cartoon with like ant coming through the windshield, and a pole like a pole bent over, and the pole would have a sad face because it just got it. Oh, a text message.
But then the shirt would say something like, "You'll be missed." Just this horrific cartoon figure flying through the windshield. We got stuff.
Imagine me with a little talk bubble over my head as I'm flying through the air, going, "At least I don't have to have a." Oh, damn it!
Oh boy,
I didn't
what
have
happened?
the beep.
What happened?
Oh boy.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
We all knew exactly where you were going.
Yeah.
Of course.
At least I don't have to wait. Get that beep ready.
But I think if you're a fan of the show, you got to secretly hope that Obama is the next president. It's just going to be great material, and we're going to get the blood pressure machine.
And we'll never make it 4 more years on the air.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He wins. I want Wednesday morning a blood pressure machine in studio.
Yes.
Because I want to take your blood pressure on that day.
Oh, when the people call up going, ha ha.
That's a good question. Who would you replace Ann with? That's Steve in Boston. I would take a year off.
Take a year off and then just, whatever.
And then I don't want to think that crap, you idiot.
Yeah, Norton and Friends would continue.
Here is, we were going to kind of like fade out of Jocktober, but Sam surprised us with a nice one today. This is for the people.
Jocktober Sammy.
Yeah. Sammy. Don't say it just yet, but this is for the people that have been lingering a while.
Oh, wait.
We have to do Jocktober.
Give me that.
We have to do Jocktober today.
Happy Jocktober, everybody, from your friends at the Opie and Anthony Show. It's a celebration of hacky, pukey radio shows and DJs from across this great nation of ours.
Be aware out there today.
Yes.
There seems to be something in the air besides the fall weather here.
Oh my God! Would you just kill yourself?
That is.
I would go home and just swallow a shotgun.
Strike up the crapola. It's Jocktober.
There's a person stranded. There's a show. It's stranded.
I love that.
That is funny.
What the hell was that?
Happy Jocktober, everybody, from your friends at the Opie and Anthony Show.
Let's all do it.
There was no joy attached to that sound.
2 days left in Jocktober.
Oh, yes.
That's it.
It's a hell of a way for you to leave the show, man. This is amazing. This
I
great
know.
Jocktober bit, and then you say goodbye to everybody tomorrow.
The
Stan?
grand finale.
Yeah, this is just, it's perfect for you.
Let's not spoil anything.
Well, today's Jocktober feature,
Yeah.
John and Jeff, everyone.
All
John
right.
and Jeff.
Look at us.
Two guys.
Yes, they are.
Allegedly.
They are two guys. Barely two guys.
They're two guys.
Well, what's the history on John and Jeff? When we first came back to regular radio, we had to follow John and Jeff. They were doing the overnights.
Here on K-Rock, yeah.
And boy, did they get rid of them.
Yeah. It was called K-Rump.
You know something? I couldn't remember who these guys were. I swear. I'm like, John and Jeff, I know that. But yes, remember, we couldn't even deal with, like, going into the bathroom to use the bathroom because their broadcast would be piped into the speakers in there.
As we were getting ready for
And
our
it
show.
it would bind you up instantly. You'd pucker so much that you couldn't go.
See, for me, it was just the opposite. I couldn't hold it. I would hear their voices, and my body would relax like I was on Demerol, and I'd fill my shoes.
It's like the brown note.
Safe to say, this is horrendous radio. It is god awful.
Well, it's not that bad.
All right, Sam.
John and Jeff. Want to just play the first clip and then
Please,
we'll get into it?
let's get a little taste.
Well, John and Jeff are two guys who...
Yeah, for those who don't remember John and Jeff, luckily they describe themselves.
Yeah.
In their promos.
Due to the mature and graphic subject matter, viewer discretion is advised.
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think if you lie about a crime, you gotta do the time. We're two guys who think vegetarians should just mind their own business. We're two guys who think the divorce rate would be 80% if a man didn't lose half. We're two guys who think anyone caught driving without car insurance should have their vehicle impounded. The John and Jeff
The John and Jeff Show.
But that's not. It's not funny stuff. It's not interesting.
It's real stuff.
It's just they're just blurting things out.
But they're dangerous, though. At least they're taking a stance.
Wow.
Exactly.
They are really like on the edge there. Controversial stuff right there that they were blurting out.
They're letting you know if you're going to call their show and be like, hey, I'm just driving and I don't have car insurance, it's not going to fly.
Hey, we think your car should be confiscated.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you pump up that concept with some humor? Like, we're two guys that think vegetarians should mind their own business.
Well, they're right.
Their own beeswax.
You could come up
I
with
think.
a million things that you'd like to do with vegetarians.
The thing is, though, you could come up with a million funnier things, but you could probably come up with nothing unfunnier. So they've hit the zenith in one direction. It's amazing.
You could pump that crap up easy. It's easy stuff.
But it's miraculous how they have found the unfunniest things, and they've listed them all in a row.
Yeah. We're two guys.
We're two guys who believe that if you put a left shoe on a left foot and a right one on a right foot, you should be walking comfortably. God almighty, these guys are nuts. They're out there. Wow.
And let's not forget that one of these guys likes to go to Thailand.
Yeah.
God, we did hours on that.
Thailand.
We did hours on that.
There's only one reason to go to Thailand.
Well, on the website, the one guy, I don't even know who it is.
That's John.
Oh, I can make, all right, this guy who's John. Okay.
John.
There's a lot of pictures of him with young
girls.
Very young girls in Thailand.
That does make me like them a little more, though. They're 18. They don't look like kids. They're just, like teenage chicks.
Yeah, but when I see the pictures like this, I feel sorry for the dude because I'm like, look, a guy that can't get a real broad.
Dude, look at the one all the way to the left. Come on. She looks like 14.
Tops.
Yeah.
Uncle Paul.
Well, let's move on. John and Jeff are two guys who do other stuff, too.
Yeah, they don't just do those things.
Yeah.
But there are lots of things that they believe in and support.
We're two guys that believe if your friend has a tent in his pants, you should relieve it. Yuck.
All right, here we go. John and Jeff are two guys who do other stuff, too.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think there should be no suicide watch in jail.
We're two guys who think women's lip implant surgery should be declared a federal disaster area.
We're two guys who think health care for illegal immigrants should be billed to their country.
We're two guys who think there should be a telethon to find a cure for male baldness.
The John and Jeff Show.
They don't have one person around them that tells them that this stinks?
How about we're two guys that should disagree once in a while to make it interesting?
They're two guys that just agree on everything.
Yeah, we're two guys who. Ugh.
Oh, come on, look at that picture. How old is that girl?
And that's in a bar in Thailand, man. Because you see all the same looking.
I mean, how old was that girl? Bang, bang.
Can I just say that the caption, I just caught this, it really kind of stands out to me.
Yeah.
It says, John parties all night with, and then in quotations, it says, the ladies.
Oh, is she a lady boy?
I don't know.
She a trans?
The ladies.
It potentially could be, but I find those quotes to be highly suggestive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, in the lovely city of
It's great.
Phuket.
Right after they took that picture, she was able to pop balloons with pins shot out of a straw. I've seen that show.
Without using her hands, people.
Yeah, of course.
Just to bring it on home for everybody.
Yeah.
We're two guys who believe that cleverly put quote marks means you can tell the truth without lying.
Well, guys, John and Jeff are still two guys, right?
Yeah, they're definitely two guys.
Oh, Jesus.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think every DMV driving test should be in English only.
We're two guys who think any woman who claims to be experimenting is in denial.
We're two guys who think anyone who steals a shopping cart should be deported.
We're two guys who think mandatory tipping for room service should be illegal.
The John and Jeff Show.
These guys go out on a limb.
We're two guys that realized we ran out of two guys stuff.
Yeah. We're two guys who believe that writing with a sharpened pencil is easier than a dull one. Oh, they should both just have strokes at the same moment.
Speaking of dull, the John and Jeff Show.
But really, how many times have you gone to the supermarket and needed a shopping cart and realized there's not enough? It must have been stolen. I hope somebody deports whoever did that.
Yes. I got to walk around with groceries in my hands.
Yeah. I need to use a basket instead of a cart.
Yeah, one of those little held baskets.
Yeah.
Unless they're stealing those too. I don't know.
Oh.
Jimmy's just angry.
I'm not. I'm befuddled. You're befuddled. Like, I don't know what it is. It's certainly not funny, but it's not even interesting. It's not. It's like they've managed to avoid anything that would make me want to listen to them.
This vexes me.
I'm
very vexed.
You want to hear the sad part?
I thought we just did.
They're one of CBS Radio's shows.
Oh, are they?
We work for CBS Radio. Mm. Those mother effers in corporate. These guys are in more cities than we are with this drivel.
Yep. At what time, though?
True. In the middle of nowhere.
I'm
but
sure that's
they're the third shifters.
They're in L.A., San Francisco, Boston, Portland, Providence, Norfolk, Greensboro, Louisville, Grand Rapids, Ithaca, Charleston, Fort Wayne, Augusta, Reno, Boise, Charlottesville, and Sioux City.
It says the morning radio commute just got earlier.
Yep.
Is what they say because they do their show at 2 in the morning.
Yes, that's true.
So that means it just got earlier. No, you're broadcasting to sleeping people.
I guarantee they save money on a dump guy. They save money on lawyer fees.
That's what it is.
Very safe radio.
If a signal goes out, but there isn't a radio on to translate that signal into actual sound, are you really doing a show?
No, they probably have a dump guy because what happens if a vegetarian calls up and she's sticking her nose in someone's business?
That's right. Right on. Andrew, New York, you're on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah, John and Jeff,
We're two guys that should make two guys one cup.
Nice. They do. It's called their show.
And the listener has to eat it.
We got Jim Jeffries standing by, so we're going to have to take a break.
Yes, young Jim is here. I didn't even know he was in town.
Yeah, but we're very excited. None of us knew. He killed on your Down and Dirty.
Yeah, he did.
show
Jim was
for HBO.
beloved.
Did we play John and Jeff? There's two of them?
No, I don't think we did.
Oh, okay.
The John and Jeff Show.
John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think there is no excuse for poor neighborhoods being dirty. We're two guys who think any band that comes back after a farewell tour should be sued. We're two guys who think parole boards should be eliminated. We're two guys who think children's beauty pageants are comfort food for perverts.
The John and Jeff Show. The John and Jeff Show.
John?
They love their comfort food.
Yes, he loves his Thailand comfort food, doesn't he?
God. Let me say hi to Mark in Florida. Mark, how are you, buddy?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, there was nothing on late night radio, and I used to have to listen to these clowns. They went on for an hour on a bit that they went to a party one night, and I don't know which clown it was, but he went in and made number 2 in the bathroom and streaked and was too embarrassed to leave and spent an hour on how he got out of the bathroom by first trying toilet paper, and then he ended up using the guy's toothpaste, and then finally his toothbrush, and then he left. That's the right sort of excitement.
That's all lies.
It's a lie.
Would do that.
He didn't.
Oh, that was their hour-long bit. That was how they filled time.
Did he talk about how he broke his tampon applicator?
Yeah,
that never
probably
happened.
It just never happened. That's embarrassing.
I'm sure it didn't, but that was just one of their bits.
If you really care, just a little bit of toilet paper takes care of that, and you're out of there in a minute. Or
John
you just leave it for someone else to enjoy.
John and Jeff, we're two guys at the store.
These guys are awful.
Horrendous.
John and Jeff talk about getting an A for effort. This is the last track before we take a break and get Jim Jeffries in here, and then maybe we'll do a little more of this two guys humor for everybody.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
Yeah, I give you both an A for effort, but an F because you didn't get the answer. I mean, think about that. You know, when the teacher would always say, "I give you an A for effort, but I give you a C on the project." I mean, that really.
Yeah, but wasn't that letter? Didn't that letter mean something other than fail?
A C sure did to you, I bet.
Yeah, think about that. You know why?
Why use vulgar language?
Exactly.
On homework assignments.
I mean, think
F.
Right.
It's like, wait a minute.
Right.
Show me some respect. Why would you say that to me?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I got to study harder, but don't insult me.
Oh my God, it just makes you look at me. Look, I need that blood pressure machine. Can I tell you something about radio? When people meet me out and about, they go, "Wow, your voice is different in real life." This thing right here makes everyone sound like they got balls.
Yeah.
You hear his voice through all that processing? What does he sound like in real life if this equipment can't pump him up a bit and make him more bassy?
Spuds Buckley?
Wow. Yeah, but I was also like, a
little tater.
I was a little nothing.
Little tater tot.
We're two guys who believe, fudgy.
Wudgy. Bar.
Hey, man.
Why are you making this about me?
I don't know. I gotta get at you somehow.
This is about John and Jeff today.
Oh, okay.
I was just starting out. These guys have been doing it for a while. So what did they say there?
God.
An A for effort?
Yeah.
Is that worth the whole break? Can you imagine us doing a whole break on, you know how they used to give you an A for effort?
But then
what does that mean?
They twisted it because it's like F means failure, but F means a bad word too. So it's like,
why would you say that to me?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Why do they give an A for effort?
It's good stuff.
Observational humor. It's great.
Yeah.
When I was in school, I don't know what it meant, but I would get an A, a B, or CS, or a D.
All right, well. Thank God this Jocktober's almost over. It's exhausting. It's exhausting.
Jockvember.
No. Povember. We all know.
Of course.
All right, Jim Jeffries, the great Jim Jeffries.
Yes.
This guy would be doing our show on a regular basis, but he travels the world to do his comedy. And he was on HBO's Down and Dirty, starring Jim Norton.
Yeah,
recently.
he was great.
Did great.
He was really great.
And he's going to join the program next. We're very happy about that.
Ooh.
And we'll do a little more John, Jeff, and some other things. Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
I laughed, I cried, I shat in the mouth of an invalid.
Ew, that's disgusting.
You're listening to the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's even worse than this.
This week.
Remember when that fucking douchebag Gene Simmons was here that day? And he was over at Channel 11 before?
Mm-hmm.
He was giving Jill all kinds of fucking shit. Like trying to pick up on her and everything. And then he made like he didn't really know anything was going on. And then he goes, oh, maybe I'll just go and fuck your girlfriend. He went over there and actually made a harassing problem over there where her boss had to come up to Jill and ask if there was a problem. Because Gene, like, pinned her against a wall.
Wow.
And was being really, like, physical and very, very nasty. And I was like, you know, what the fuck? Gene, sit that fucking cocksucker. And then it's like, yeah, well, you know, what I'll be doing tonight. And he goes, yeah, well, I'll be fucking your girlfriend.
Wait, Anthony, was it before or after he was here?
It was minutes before he was sitting there.
Did he know it was your chick when he was pinning her?
Yes!
Oh, okay.
Of course he did.
How do you know?
He knew. Because he had fucking, or there was a discussion about that beforehand.
Oh, wow.
And she had said, you know, knock it off. I have a boyfriend, shit like that. And he wouldn't fucking stop. He wouldn't stop being the fucking egotistical prick that he thinks everybody thinks he deserves.
It must be hard for him, though, now that he's old and ugly with bad hair, that he still thinks he could be Gene Simmons from 1982.
That he's getting every fucking chick.
I'm confused, though. Do you like Gene Simmons?
No, Gene Simmons is a fucking cunt.
Wow.
That's what my official stance on Gene Simmons is now.
Jimmy's
Gene
crying
Simmons
over
is
there.
a cunt.
Jimmy's
no,
crying.
the guy fucking
Jimmy's
knew,
crying. Look,
and he was
crying.
bullshitting and trying to play me like a fucking sap as I sat here not knowing what happened yet. I knew right afterwards what happened, but I had no idea what happened. He knew, and he's fucking like trying to play me off as the dim-witted fucking ignorant asshole that doesn't know what's going on. Fuck you, you old cocksucker. Fuck you. Your porno looked like shit, too. You don't know how to fuck, if you ever did. If you ever did, you don't know how to fuck anymore. Get any girl that you fucked, I'll fuck her, and they'll go, that's a fucking. The thing I got from Gene Simmons wasn't a fucking.
What was wrong with his technique?
What?
What was wrong with his technique?
He's got no stamina. He's got nothing. He's fucking just a load, fucking blobbing back and forth. Make some moves. Twist some shit around. Make the girl happy, you dumb fuck. Put your face down there, cocksucker. Go franchise your shit little makeup band out and make a few more bucks.
Wow.
Drop dead rich. Good. Good for you. Look at Gene fucking in his porno. Yeah, lift the gut up. There you go. Now your dick can fit in. Look at his slow motion fucking. Oh, God. It's like the old mangy lion plowing the fucking lioness on the Serengeti. You know that old mangy lion? It's his last year as top of the pride.
Wow, you've been holding this in for a while.
Fuck Gene Simmons.
Touch a raw nerve here.
You're listening
Get your hog away from me.
to Opie and Anthony.
This is retarded.
Let's go hold hands and pee.
The virus. XM202. Sirius 197.
Every big game can now be heard on your XM radio. MLB,
It's got a chance out of here.
NHL, college football,
Touchdown, Texas.
and now the NBA is on XM.
Kobe hangs a shot up right way. Good.
And if you signed up for the Best of Sirius package, you'll also hear NASCAR, Formula One, English Premier League Soccer, and the NFL.
Manning to throw. Look at post. Throwing for Burns in the end zone. Touchdown.
It's the entire world of sports available now on your XM radio.
Since 1925, one stage has been the place that every country artist wants to play.
Will the circle be on?
It's the Grand Ole Opry.
Well, this should be an interesting one. Friday night at the Opry. Yeah, it'll be history in the making. You can experience it across the country and around the world here at XM. It all gets underway about 9 p.m., Channel 11. All that stays the same, but it's Halloween. Doesn't look like a scary show. John Conley, the Whites, Bill Anderson, the Cherry Holmes, and how about Restless Heart? Doesn't sound scary, but it sounds twangy. Join us for the history, won't you? It's right here at XM. Channel 11 gets underway at 9 p.m. East.
This is the Grand Ole Opry.
Friday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern.
On Nashville, XM 11.
Rachel Maddow.
Barack Obama, he says, I want to take this opportunity to speak directly to those of you who opposed my decision to support the FISA compromise. 1, it wasn't a compromise. The White House got everything they wanted and more. 2, the retroactive immunity says you can get away scot-free if you have friends in the right places and you pay enough lobbyists. But 3, that he does not seem to be getting. There's a belief in the White House that the president does not have to follow the law.
It's XM 167, America Left, powered by Air America.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Unrestricted on XM Sports Nation, XM 144. Tune in to hear the real Dale, joined by his friends and other guests from the racing world, all without restrictions.
We got to talking to the same girl. We got down to the rock car and started talking and totally forgot about the girl. Ended up walking back up to get a beer and left her down there.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Unrestricted, Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. East on XM Sports Nation, XM 144, the home of racing's biggest stars.
Want to send a message to the Opie and Anthony Show right from your home computer or PDA or cell phone?
Oh, shit, check a text.
Go to opieandanthony.com and click on the instant feedback link.
Swim walk.
Please be advised that if you send too many negative comments, we'll ban your IP address, your email, and even take down your MySpace account.
Well, you're in deep doo-doo if that happens.
Because we're a bunch of insecure, ruthless cocksuckers who love taking revenge on people who hurt our feelings.
Damn you!
Go to opieandanthony.com, click on the instant feedback link, and send us some feedback.
Mad Dog Unleashed.
Sirius NFL Radio's Peter King.
The scenario with the Colts, I know Peyton can say, well, boy, what's the big deal? A lot of teams are 3-3. We've spoiled fans.
You have the New England Patriots being 5-2, playing a guy who hasn't started a game before this year for 9 years. You have the Indianapolis Colts 3-4 with a Hall of Fame quarterback. It's stunning to me.
Mad Dog Unleashed.
With Chris Russo. Weekdays 2 p.m. Eastern on Sirius 123, XM 144.
The NBA on XM.
In the XM Sports Nation with your NBA game schedule, I'm Glenn Eunice. On Thursday, just 3 games, the first of which Larry Brown's new team, the Charlotte Bobcats. Keep track of how many he's had over the years. They're in Cleveland with the Cavs on XM 231 at 7 p.m. Eastern. 1 hour later, 8 p.m. Eastern, 232. Dallas and Houston in Big D. New Orleans is in Phoenix at 10:30 p.m. Eastern on 233. More games later in the week. Check us out online.
Get a complete schedule at xmradio.com/NBA.
You know when something happens to you and you just fall to your knees and you just go, thank you, Jesus, God. Like if you found like $100 bill on the ground and you're like, ah.
I like how you had this great big setup and then your example stunk.
Hey, everybody, what's up? This is Joe DeRosa from Uninformed. Guess what? Me and Bill Burr, that is, are going on the road live touring. The Uninformed Tour. Come check it out.
Now, we're sitting there obviously making fun of, like, hitting women. That's obviously a joke. We don't advocate it.
Well, dude, we get people calling up the show saying outrageous shit.
Joe, you know, if our audience is a bunch of psychos, that's where we have to start with.
November 6th through the 8th, we'll be at the Improv in Washington, D.C. Call 202-296-7008 for details. The show is called Uninformed. This is my opinion that I made up 10 minutes before we went on the air. Oh, man.
Call the Opie and Anthony Show. 866-WOW-1-WOW. 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 Cell phone and PDA users, send your message to feedback at opieandanthony.com. Call the Opie and Anthony Show. You're listening to the Opie and Anthony Show.
One long act of auditory rape.
Hey, this is very cool. We had no idea you were coming in today.
Oh, that's sweet.
Jim Jeffries in studio playing. We had no idea. I'm serious. And usually we do.
Right.
I didn't know you were playing Caroline's this weekend, right?
Yeah, I'm at Caroline's this week.
Not all shows, though. What shows are you there?
I'm doing the late show tonight, and then I'm not doing anything for Halloween, and then I'm doing for the Saturday, Sunday. I don't know what they're doing at Halloween. This will be my first Halloween in New York. I'm very excited. I haven't got a party to go to yet, so if anyone's got anything that's got a lot of girls that are
we got a party going on Friday night.
No. He should go down to. There's a great party that goes on down in the Village. It's fantastic.
Yeah, this is the place to be every year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a guy like you, it's perfect.
I haven't got an outfit. I want to go as foreign guy.
Foreign guy would be perfect down there.
Foreign guy's the best guy because
They'd love
you
that.
meet girls and you go, oh, I don't know about the costumes. You meant to wear a costume. You act stupid.
Yeah.
People love stupid. And I'm guessing now from the looks, the village is gay, isn't it?
Well,
it's gay. It's gay face. I think I figured out.
Cut the back of your
just a
pants
little
out.
tiny bit, a little wink here and there.
You are sharp.
Yeah. I'm
we had our
picking up
poker
on it.
faces on too, man. You are good.
You just go out
Anything
with
that's called the anything is
your
always
assless
gay.
chaps.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
Jeff and Jim are offended by the village. They don't agree with. I'm looking at
We're
Jeff and
two
Jim.
guys.
We're
John-
two
John
guys
and
that
Jeff,
don't
yeah.
agree with having chins. They seriously they've got no jawline.
Yeah.
They're not good.
You get that from eating Thai hookers.
Oh yeah. That one is the one on the left. That little one. That is really inappropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, he
Well,
enjoys his trips to Thailand.
Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't? And no one pays his health care when he's over there because he doesn't agree with it.
No,
He gives it mailed back to America. That's how he likes it. And wait a minute, don't you have no health care here anyway? So why are they going? Why are they going? When immigrants get sick, you have to mail the health care back. If you've got no health care, what's to mail back?
If you get in trouble here, you go to the hospital. They have to treat you.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do.
They just make you wait for like
It's
4
the
days.
law.
What type of country?
Yeah, you just wait with a head wound.
Why you got the health care in? Where are you from again?
Everywhere else in the world's got the health care.
Yeah,
You name a country, I'll tell you.
Oh, we're still fighting against it. Oh no, we can't have this.
No, it's the best thing in the world.
It costs too much money when you're the defender of the world to take care of everybody. That's just the way it is in this country. We're like the head muckety muck. If it wasn't for the United States, all the countries with health care wouldn't need it because some totalitarian government would storm in and kill everybody anyway.
Oh, I love the health care, mate. Sometimes I trip over, hurt myself just so I can get a fast lift home. Like, I'm serious. It's that level. Oh, I feel a bit better. Thanks, lads. Get on. No one says anything about it. I go because Jeffries is actually my middle name. I have a different surname. I changed to Jim Jeffries when I got into comedy. I go in there and just call myself Jim Jeffries when I go into hospital. No one questions it. No one asks for any ID.
Really?
Oh, yeah, come back with a positive AIDS test and off I go. No one's even phased. They let me back out in society and go, don't you be shagging any woman without a dom on. And I go, I won't, doctor. I love the medical service. I tell this on stage, but it's true. The medical service in Britain is so poor that when I was in Australia, I got my blood pressure checked, and the Australian doctor was like, Jim, your blood pressure's really high. You're going to have to go on medication. And then he goes, oh, look, go back, get it tested again in London, see how you go. I go back to London, get it tested again, and I get exactly the same readout that I got in Australia. And my English doctor goes, oh, you're good. And I went, what? The doctor in Australia said that was too high. And he went, Australians with their salads and sport, their standards are too high. So I don't have to go on medication. I just moved to crappier countries.
North of the equator, it was a great blood pressure. Once you go south of the equator,
they're very healthy in
bad,
Australia.
yeah.
Very healthy. Australia's got good medical
they're all
care.
strapping.
They
down
are.
there.
They're
Bunch
strapping.
of strapping men down there.
Yeah,
Yes, very. Ooh.
Yeah. we have the biggest gay population in the world in Sydney.
Really?
It is a
Congrats.
place. It is a place that was founded on convicts. So what did we think was going to happen?
Yeah.
Like what do we think the outcome would be?
They got used to doing that, I guess.
Sydney's got the biggest gay by a mile. Beat San Francisco and all that by a mile.
Yeah, San Francisco. Yeah, San Francisco.
Is that a gay town?
Oh boy, is it!
Wow, wowie kazowie, is it?
Yeah, the drinking water is white and milky.
Comes out of the fountains and you just let it splash you in the face.
Yeah, there's no floss between. You have to squeeze these things hanging on. Slap yourself in the face with the fountain.
This says the man wearing the San Francisco jumper. It's all very convenient today.
Oh, Jimmy does have a San Francisco hoodie on today.
Oh, I actually didn't realize I was wearing
the hoodie so that people can't see him in the park.
Looks like someone likes that city.
No, I went with a chick, okay? If I lost my sense of humor, I ain't gay. I wrote a girl.
Dude, I came back from San Francisco. I said exactly that. I went to San Francisco. Man, the women, they're the hottest ones in the country.
That's because they live.
You feel like you have to defend.
That's because they're untouched.
Of course they are.
But you feel like you have to defend that you went to San Francisco.
If you're not beaten down all day, you're going to be good looking as well.
Yeah.
Gay men just stroke and hug them.
Yeah, they go shopping with them.
Yeah, they've got the best people in the world dressing those girls.
You want to do more John and Jeff stuff or what?
As long as we don't poke fun.
Well,
let's not be mean-spirited.
These guys are good.
Well, maybe we could get Jeffrey's angle on this. For the whole month of October, we're just featuring horrendous radio.
Right.
It's called Jocktober, And we got this show. They're John and Jeff. They do overnights, and they're just horrendous. I'm sure you've done a lot of bad radio shows in your day. Huh?
I have been on them and done them, and yes, been part of them. Yeah. Oh, my word.
Yeah. Well, we get back into this with John and Jeff. They asked their trivia question. Every morning show needs a trivia question.
Of course.
Sam, why don't we have a trivia question?
That's
I don't know. I mean, if you care about the callers, you want to get them involved a little bit, you got to have a trivia question so we call up and win some fun stuff.
Nice.
Sarcastic ass.
And in an effort to fill time, they repeat and rephrase it for 60 seconds.
Yes, this is a minute of the question being asked over and over again.
Why?
But it's kind of a complicated question.
Did it have to fit into the music bed they were using?
I think they just have a lot of time to fill overnight.
All right, here we go.
Overnights.
The John and Jeff trivia question.
So here is the stupid, useless trivia question. On the line, 2 party passes to our third shift 10th anniversary party. Here's the question.
10 years doing overnights? You do overnights for... I had to do overnights. You do a couple of years and you get the F out and you move up.
That's like radio school.
Right.
It's like radio school. You do overnights so you learn how to do it and then you move on. That's like they spend 10 years in school.
10 years?
Some people
They give this shift to college kids because they don't want to pay them.
Yeah.
I'd take an overnight shift.
Would you really?
Yeah, just to get my own show. Go on, sort it out.
Some people take...
Yeah, it's not 10 years.
Some people make the morning commute earlier.
That's their the little slug line.
Yeah. They're very popular with bakers.
So here is the stupid, useless trivia question. On the line, 2 party passes to our third shift 10th anniversary party. Here's the question.
God. 10 years.
50% of these items purchased are returned for exchange or refund.
Tie hookers.
Jeff, could you please repeat that question?
All right.
And then he says, could you repeat that question?
Repeat it? For what reason?
You didn't get it. It was very complicated.
Are returned for exchange or refund.
Jeff, could you please repeat that question, please?
All right. 50% of these items purchased are returned for exchange or refund. What item?
Adult diapers.
What is it?
Hang on, I think we've got one more repeat.
You think?
I think we might. Or maybe even 2.
What is it? People buy these, and then 50% of them are returned for refund or exchange.
Let me think about this.
Yeah. I'm going to go your
Half
soul.
the people return these for a refund or an exchange.
Yeah, what do you
John
think
and
it is?
Jeff stickers. That's all I can come up with.
50% of these items per...
Oh, my God, they're still doing it.
Of course they are.
50%.
These are John and Jeff party tickets on the line. We got to make sure the question is...
They have a party. The party actually goes from 6 in the morning till 10 in the morning because they're busy at nights. It's not a nighttime party. It's a lunch.
They're going for a 5th repeat of that dumb question? I thought 3 would be a lot.
No, the people have to know the question.
What is the question?
50% of these items purchased are returned for exchange or refund.
Don't do it for a 6th time. Please don't.
It's got to be a fruitcake.
Actually, that's as good an answer as any. Fruitcake.
Yeah, that's
what he leaves on Ty Girl's back. Fruitcake. or boys.
Or fruity young boys.
Yeah, whatever.
We don't get the answer, do we?
No.
Oh, good.
They'll never know.
No.
I have to have the answer.
I would
now.
like to
now I
know
need
what
the answer.
50% of people...
All right, well, Sam knows how to do this bit. Next track is Michael calls in and tries to answer the question, displaying the utter excitement this bit brings.
Right, because if he gets it right, you got to believe that it's going to be somebody jumping for joy.
Yeah.
If he gets it wrong, it's just going to be someone crushed.
Because of the tickets that are on the line.
Yeah, just the raw emotion in this guy's voice.
All right.
All right, let's go to Michael. You're next on the John and Jeff Show. Hello, Mike.
Yes, I'm here. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
In reference to, I'm gonna take a guess at your question. I'm thinking it's neckties, but I don't know. But that's neither here nor there.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Is that your final answer?
That's the only answer.
So you think 50% of neckties are returned for exchange or refund?
I I just made a wild guess.
Okay, wild guess. Let's see if that wild guess pays off. That is not the answer I had.
Wow. He was almost right. It was Colombian neckties.
Yeah. Once you hang yourself with them, you can't take them back.
You hear how disappointed he was, though, right?
What did he say?
Yeah.
He said, okay.
Okay.
What you win is a free hammer to break your radio with. Wow. No. It was a serious statement. No.
Hey, more funny.
Oh, wait. You thought...
Booty, boo, boo.
Wait, you thought that was a joke? No.
Factual.
Actual prize.
This is going great.
Ooh, the funniest joke of them all.
That wasn't a soundbite. That was me, in case you people at home.
Jim Jeffries does a great homer, man. Well, Sam, I mean, you had to give us more audio on the trivia question, huh?
Yeah, it's a big
Daniel?
staple bit.
Daniel tries to answer the question, which leads to some very funny situational jokes.
Right. You know how sometimes, like, a humorist will take a situation and make it funny?
Yeah.
That's what these guys do.
That's how they roll.
Go to Daniel. You're next on the John and Jeff Show. Hello.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
You're going on the radio.
All right. I think I have an answer for the stupid, useless trivia.
What is it?
Mattresses.
Mattresses.
Now, how long can you wait until you return the mattress? Can you wait
Are they mad because he got the answer right?
No.
Oh, okay.
What that is, that's the comedic wheels turning in their head.
Yeah, that is shifting a gear, isn't it?
Let me think now. There's comedy gold here somewhere, and I'm going to mine for it.
People have sex on mattresses, I believe.
Yeah, that happens.
And sex is funny.
They sleep on them. They do, where's something? Let me just craft this joke on the spot.
Don't tell me they do the mattress tag joke. I will strangle you. Don't tell me that's where they're going to go with this.
Don't tell him. Just let it find out.
You know, where you're not supposed to rip the tag off.
Under
There's an old
penalty of
staple.
law.
Morning shows like to joke about that.
Well, this is an
They like to
overnight
show how edgy they are.
This is an overnight show, for the record,
Oh,
not a
right.
morning show.
Yes.
You're not going to answer me?
Morning.
No, I don't want to get
starts
strangled.
earlier.
All right.
Yes.
Well, let's see where they go with the mattress thing.
Can you wait until you return the mattress? Can you wait 5 years and say, I don't like it? Or is there a deadline on a mattress?
Like think about, I don't know, maybe it's a 90-day money-back guarantee. If you're not fully satisfied, you can bring it back. But imagine if you sleep on a mattress for 90 days and say, 89 days. You know what? I don't want this. You bring it back. So
and go to the next store.
You've used the mattress for 90 days. You get a refund. You just swap mattresses out every 90 days.
You go to a store once a year, and you find 4 stores, and you do that.
Wait.
That would be the biggest pain in the ass. You know how...
Who wants a new mattress every 90 days? You just got used to the old one. The last thing I want is a new mattress.
Jim, I'm so with
Let
you.
alone finding 4 stores and doing it.
Most people don't buy a new mattress because it's a major hassle.
Yeah.
To get the old one out of your stupid
I'll have
room.
a spring going through my spine before I will venture down to the mattress store.
You got to call up your buddies. They got to figure out how to get the mattress, down 5,
Yeah, but you could
flights
sleep
of
in it.
stairs.
Or you have it delivered, and you have to now wait between the hours of 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. for the delivery to show up. Well, it's just a pain in the ass.
And also, if you exchange them, there's going to be slight altercations in price, and that's going to cause confusion.
Right. None of this makes any sense. This isn't convenient or good. Why would
that
you
be
do
funny?
this?
There's nothing fun about that.
Sometimes when you get the dead hooker smell, you got to remove your mattress.
Yeah. When a young Thailand boy is found dead on your bed, you got to get rid of that thing every 90 days.
Every 90 days.
What?
No, not 90 days, every 89 days. 'Cause you
Right,
wanna
right. He
push it
said
out to the limit.
89 days.
Which the problem is, there's going to be a few days left over there that you don't.
Well, you
do.
get 4 mattresses a year, though. That's terrific.
Yeah.
Because you
No,
really
you get more than 4.
because you really wear out a mattress
Oh.
after 89 days. Too,
Kevin
huh?
from Connecticut saying, and leave the last S off for sodomy.
Why are there 4 knee prints really close to each other? 2 and 2 directly behind us.
But they'd never have to pay for the mattress.
John and Jeff think
No.
you shouldn't have a mattress for more than 90 days.
Well, Sam just put it all in perspective.
What?
Yeah, because you'd never have to pay for the mattress.
Right.
Right.
Wouldn't you?
It's still a major hassle.
I thought you paid
But
for
you
it, didn't
paid
like
for
it, then you exchange it for another one. And when you exchange something, you still have to. They don't give you the money back and another product.
So what is he talking about?
Because you go to a different store, you got to get your money back for that mattress and use that mattress money for a new mattress, and the cycle of it all.
But it's still your money originally.
Can you imagine? Yeah, but the money's already out there, always out there in the universe.
You're getting a new mattress for the same money.
There would be a time when you're in the car driving between stores where you'd be cashed up again, and those would be good times, wouldn't they? Those would be good times.
Those are the good times.
But if you did this for several years, you'd never have to buy a second mattress.
Right.
Imagine driving on a highway with a mattress on the top of your car every 3 months.
Then go, there it goes Jeff again.
Right.
There he goes.
No one's on to his scam.
Trying to bring back a pillow with teeth prints in it.
All right, the mattress humor's got to stop here, right? How do we wrap up the John Jeff Jocktober bit there, Sam?
No, we keep going with the mattress stuff.
Oh, they must say more about the mattress, though. Play us the rest of the mattress.
Please.
All right.
There might be other pearls in there.
There's 2 more tracks about the mattress.
I had to edit it, so we did take some stuff
Enough
out.
about the mattress.
Is it still illegal to tear that tag off your mattress?
There you
because
go.
are the federal?
There you go.
There it is.
Who knows radio?
I don't know that joke. What is that joke?
It's
There's a tag.
There you
it's
go.
like a tag that says that the mattress has not been
Pampered.
like dirty or used, or it's like one of those sanitary. It's a sanitary tag.
Like the
it says that
sachets
it's
used to go on
sanitary.
toilets. Yeah.
And it's got like what's on it, what's in the mattress, what it's made of, kind of a thing. And pillows have them on there too. And it says this tag is only to be removed by consumer under penalty of law. But people have taken it to like comedians, old hack comedians back in
mostly
old
morning
days,
shows
and morning shows have taken it like literally, like if you remove the tag, the pillow or mattress police are going to come in and perhaps arrest you because it does say under penalty of law. But I do believe they mean that if the if the store where they're selling these mattresses takes the tag off to do any kind of shenanigans with the consumer, that there's some kind of law that they could be fined for it or something. No one's going to mattress jail.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
It's a way of showing that you're an edgy human being.
Yeah.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
I don't follow the rules.
Would you cut the tag off a mattress or something?
What are you, insane?
What are you in for?
Look at this guy.
All right. Can I hear the rest of their joke?
One step ahead of the law.
They got to tell it more. They got to tell it awesomely.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
'Cause I feel like Anthony's timing was all out there. I don't feel. You didn't do it justice. It's such good material.
It's terrible. I know. Now we're gonna get the funny.
All right. I swear I didn't hear this clip, but listen for the outrage. Listen for the oh my God, you're crazy. Probably over the top laughter.
Sometimes people take the mattress joke kind of like what Anthony said,
but
they take it to the next level.
Whoa! I wish.
We wish we could be John.
I wish I could do that.
We can only take it so far. These guys know how to really hammer the point home.
It's like Anthony's mattress joke on crack.
Whoa! Really?
Wow, Sam.
Yeah.
I've never taken crack before. This is good. This will be an experience.
All right, here we go. We can only dream that we could be as good as these guys.
Yeah. Is it still illegal to tear that tag off your mattress? Because are the federals going to come into our homes and do an inspection?
John, I'm not proud of this, but in 1995, on a dare, I ripped. I was with a lady, John, and in my single days.
Things got a little aggressive.
I was trying to impress her, and she said,
someone held on to the tag, and
she said, Jeff, I dare you to rip the mattress tag off. I dare you. And of course, I wanted to be the man, and I was in a good mood.
This time,
and I ripped that tag off. And John, the helicopters, the loudspeakers. Within 5 minutes, the feds were there. And I was detained for a while.
Yeah, what is it about that tag on your mattress that is so precious to the federal government?
They showed up, and I was detained and questioned.
Why don't we have the presidential candidate say, tear off those tags? Where's Reagan when we need him?
All right, look, these guys they need to be fired.
There was helicopters.
They're trying to get fired. No one will fire them.
But the bit where he goes, so I was dared to, and I wanted to be a man.
Be a man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Show me your vagina. I said, what's that?
Because the girls all sit around going, I want to date a real man. I want to date a guy who can make a flimsy joke about ripping things off mattresses. Where are all those men in this city?
Dude, you know something? That was worse than I even imagined it could be. Like, I knew the tag joke. Ope knew exactly where it was going. And Sam was right. They took it to a whole new level.
Yeah.
It was so much worse than any tag joke I've ever heard.
That could be the worst banter I've ever heard done in public. Ever. About anything. Like serious or comedically.
Right.
It was just uninteresting.
Yeah.
I bet you it was their last break of the morning, too, because they knew that's when they have the biggest audience.
High fives all around.
So it was penciled in for 5:50 a.m. or whatever the hell the time would be.
What's with that tag,
No,
huh?
John. He's a stupid thing with his J.
What's
John.
with that tag, though?
Get some
The
fake.
federales.
Get some fake caller to bring up mattresses so they can lead.
Why does he go bring Reagan back? Was he known for his strong stance on these type of things? Like, I'm not from this country, so pardon me if I'm ignorant.
Well,
Right?
I'll try.
You're going to try to work the
try
Reagan
to
angle?
work that angle. It was almost like a Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall.
Oh,
and he was
right,
like, tear
right.
off that tag. And then he goes like, Reagan. Boy, did he go off on a tangent. Holy
He's
crap.
comparing the Berlin Wall to tags and mattresses.
To the
Either
tear.
that, or it's a joke that only an Alzheimer's patient would tell.
Well, we get the grand finale here of the John and Jeff show.
Yeah.
Now I'm sad that Jocktober's almost over.
I hope it's 2 gunshots. Like, I hope their show ends the way Dylan and Eric's did in Columbine. Each wearing a glove from the same set.
Well, what's great about this whole thing? Corporate here in New York City, scratching their heads. We don't understand what's wrong with radio.
What's the problem?
How about you start with John and Jeff and show them the door?
Are they big time? These guys?
They're the big overnight show for this company. Oh, what?
Right, but they make a good living being snobs,
Sure,
right?
probably.
Being thick as pigs.
Probably. I can think
Probably
of
do all right.
I can think of easily a dozen people that should be doing this shift.
Right.
Easily. All right, here's the big finale. The big payoff, Sam writes.
Yes.
Anyway, are mattresses the most 50% return or exchange item?
Daniel, that is not the answer I have.
Wow. All that improv.
Yes.
What's the answer?
I don't know. I stopped listening.
Wait, you didn't keep. Oh man!
I have to know the answer now, Sam.
I have to know because in the end they go, "That's right, it's cake."
All right.
It's cake. Yeah, because they're going to make a big thing of it. No, yes, it is. That's the answer.
Did you get the answer for
We
later
need
on
the
the
answer.
show?
Yeah.
And they'll relay their personal experiences with that item.
I've returned that before. I can see that. Yeah, I can.
Jeffries, we love messing with the audience because we know a lot of them have that OCD thing and they need to know the answer now. And that's when we go, no, you don't get the answer. Guys, I'm nuts
We'll
all
know
day. And it's like a who cares answer, but to them, it's everything. They need to know the answer or they can't
There's
leave
people
their house.
Googling as we speak.
Right. All right, Jim Jeffries is going to be at Caroline's. It's a weird schedule for him because he's wrapped around the Halloween thing. So you're there tonight.
Late show tonight.
Late show tonight. Nothing on Halloween.
You're
It's Saturday, Sunday.
You really should go see Jim Jeffries.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
You really should. He was on Jim Norton's Down and Dirty show on HBO, and he was just amazing.
He was great, man. Jim was one of the favorites that people loved him.
That's very nice.
That's going to lead to some things for you, Jim.
Hope so.
There was some nice exposure there. And then what, Caroline's Saturday.
And Sunday.
And Sunday, but
And
not
Sunday.
Friday because it's Halloween.
But not Friday because it's Halloween. But is Halloween a big deal? Is it
Well,
something
we're
that
doing a
happens?
Halloween party if you want to come.
I'll come.
Times Square, Hard Rock Cafe.
Would there be nice looking girls there?
No, not on one of our events.
Well,
No.
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 You'd be like, who's that group of girls? We'll go, it's one.
I'm not dressing up. Do I have to dress up? I'll get in.
No.
All right.
we don't dress up.
You
Well,
know.
Anthony dresses up, but
I usually just go as some kind of Renaissance
not
guy.
this year, right?
But probably not this year.
Parties from
I
7 to
just do
10.
it so I could carry a real sword around.
Last
It's
time
a lot of fun having an actual
Yeah.
rapier that I can impale somebody with.
A rapiest with a rapier, how great.
I was in LA last Halloween, and I went out, and it turned. See, what I don't understand is all the girls get like, can I say the word slutted on radio? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
They all get slutted up, right? And I didn't. What happens to me is I'm quite. I wouldn't say rapey drunk, but I'm a lecherous drunk, right? And I got all pissed up. These girls didn't think I it turns out, right, I went out with all these people from the industry. My agency took me out to this party in LA. Turns out I'm never allowed to work for Waters. I don't know what I did.
Wow.
Right, but there was some girl that I didn't pinch her on the ass or anything. I put my arm around her allegedly when I was pissed, and now pissed means drunk, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And of course.
Of course.
And I'm not allowed to work for Waters, so I'm
can't work for Waters?
For Water Brothers.
Oh,
No.
Warner's.
No.
Waters. I was like, who gives a crap about this unknown company named Waters?
Yeah, Waters.
The Waters Company. What do they ever do for
Probably
you?
put your hand around her
Warner's.
and thought
That's
you just
bad.
had your hand around her waist, but you kind of went a little far.
In
You know where you
Britain,
could
that's
kinda
like
grab
hello.
a hip?
American girls are very sensitive to things like that.
Yeah.
Where in Britain, it's just, you've been taught about rights and things in school, and it's not right.
So you could just go to Britain and pretty much just like start grabbing cans
Of
and
course
asses
you
and
can.
everything
The
else?
girls love the
Oh,
attention.
fantastic.
We got to move there, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. We got, wow.
Is Jason Mewes here now?
Very cool. Yeah, Jason Mewes is going to be here. He's right outside the door, one of the stars of Kevin Smith's new movie.
Zach and Mary make a porno.
That's right. We'll talk to him next.
Sam, great job, by the way. For
Yeah,
culling
absolutely.
that comedy genius.
He will get the answer, though, for after the break.
Please.
And we got girls that are going to be dancing on the stripper pole. And Seth Rogen is calling in.
At 8:50.
So to the affiliates, we might go a little late today.
A lot of action.
So you decide what you need to do, but I think we're going to...
We're still going over to satellite, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then we do that.
yeah.
I got a few things I want to talk about on satellite.
All right, and then we do this. Then we do the CB radio, and
Yeah.
and then our podcast.
Walkie talkies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Opie and Anthony will continue.
You're listening to Opie and Anthony.
Hold on to your hats.
Rock and roll. Opie and Anthony. Jim Jeffries in studio, one of our favorite comedians. He travels the world with his comedy, doing a whole bunch of Nights at Caroline's. 212-757-4100.
Is that the number to buy tickets for me?
Yes.
Good. Do that, please.
Late show tonight and then Saturday, Sunday.
That's right.
Come tonight. I got some people coming. I want to impress.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's fill up Caroline's tonight. Very important people.
Yeah.
Checking it out for maybe some things.
Maybe some things. Very important.
So that means
people.
you're really going to try tonight.
I'm gonna put some effort in. I'm not gonna get drunk or nothing.
All right.
Well, I'll get a little bit drunk, but not like stupid. Mm-hmm. Not like
You know Jason Mewes?
we met the guy. Hello, Jason.
What's up, man?
Hello.
Jason Mewes in studio, of course, one of the stars of Zach and Miri Make a Porno. A movie I saw and I really, really liked.
You liked it?
I didn't like you nude, though.
I wouldn't either. So I closed my eyes at the end for that.
I don't know how you do that.
Full frontal, right?
Ridiculous. Just like not a care in the world, in the world.
You came close though in Clerks 2, where you did the tuck.
Yeah, it was almost all exposed, but I tucked it. So
You did the famous tuck, yeah.
it went. Each movie, I think, gradually got to that point, right? Because I in Jay and Bob, I pull my ass out and. You know what I could say? I could say whatever here, right?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Because my
junk
my testicles were hanging from the back in Jay and Bob. So you saw
They call that fly's eyes in Australia.
Well, there you
That's
have
what they call it in Australia, fly's eyes.
Just when you think you've never heard a new one.
Hold on, because they probably dumped out on what Jason Mewes said, and the Jim Jeffries line
Bastards.
probably made it, but you're explaining something you did in Jay and Silent Bob. And Jim Jeffries said that they call that fly's eyes in Australia.
Yeah, fly's
so now
eyes.
you can just imagine what Jason Mewes
If
is
you're
doing.
looking at a naked guy from the back,
Right.
and you can see between his legs from the back, what you'll see looks like fly's eyes.
It's a pretty accurate one, though, isn't it? It's a good one. Fly's eyes.
That is a good one.
I give that to the American people.
That's
Flies eyes, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. I love how we can exchange
Now I
things
know.
like this through different countries and cultures.
We give you electricity and you give us fly's eyes. It's Kevin was talking about you doing your full frontal scene, and he says you're one of those guys that just like loves to just be inappropriate and whip it out like hey man, and then when he turns and looks, there it is.
Yeah, I do that a lot to him. To my friends, though, I don't really go around doing it. When I was younger, I used to do it in school to the girls. And,
Okay, that's fair.
yeah, when I was in like 6th grade, I used to like pull it out of my sweats and be like, "Come here, I want to show you something."
In Australia, we call that rape.
Nice.
Come here, I want to show you something can never be not creepy. It's never going to be a good thing when you're.
Yeah, it was a little creepy. That's why I didn't have a girlfriend until I was about 19. So that's probably why.
Was the reaction ever good? Were they ever like impressed? Like, oh, or was it always horrendous?
No, it was always horrendous.
And I heard that because I've yet to see the movie. Ope saw it, and I heard Kevin was saying also that you were impressive. You were impressive in that scene where you were.
He thought you were prepping right before the scene.
Yeah, that you might have prepped a little bit or something.
There was no prepping.
No?
No. I mean, I kept it warm. That was it.
Yeah.
It was
but that's
really cold.
preparation, isn't it? Keeping it
It's
warm.
depending on where you're keeping it warm.
Is
If
it?
it's
Maybe,
a girl named Kathy or something.
No. It was in a warehouse where the stage was, and it was really cold. It was super cold in there. So all I did was keep my hands over it and make sure the blood was flowing.
Right.
That's a good tip for all the guys.
It is.
Yeah. That's a very good tip.
Like those
Keep it
seats,
warm.
like those little stadium seats that keep your ass warm. Just sandwich it between two of those.
Just put it on it.
That's what I did. He thinks I did more. So
I think putting your hands on it is preparation enough, though. That's
might be because there is. We were talking about this also. There's a point. There's a very crucial point where it looks magnificent, like you're really
pretty proud.
You're all right. You're very proud, and then it crosses over into all right. He's trying.
And there's aroused.
And yeah, you kind of look and go, all right, I know he's been prepping.
You go from proud to looking desperate.
To looking desperate, right.
I couldn't make it move, put it that way. Because you notice when you get to when you start getting to that point, you can make it move.
make it move.
It never got to the point that I could make it move. That's when you know.
Hey,
That's when you knew when you can wiggle it.
Did I ever tell you the story about when I was hosting the NME Awards? It was the last time I was out here. I was hosting the NME Awards. And like a music awards for Britain, but they held them in LA, right? And Agnes Dean, the supermodel, came up and gave me a kiss on the cheek before she was presenting, and I got a stiffy, right? But I didn't know I got a stiffy because I was just excited about the whole idea of a supermodel, right? Then the next awards to come up with Red was by Kelly Osbourne. Kelly Osbourne comes up. She looks down at my pants and she goes, "Has anyone else noticed that Jim Jeffries is sporting a male camel toe?" Right? 8 million people were watching this worldwide, and I went, well. The reason is that Agnes Dean was up here and I got an erection, but now that Kelly Osbourne's here, it's pretty much well gone, right? And I got an email, and I don't know 100% whether it was from Sharon Osbourne because I got about 4 of them, but I got an email from a Sharon Osbourne that went, "Dear nobody, when you're famous, maybe then you can tease the celebrities. Until then, why don't you F off?"
That's probably Sharon.
That's Sharon.
Yeah.
Wow. So I wrote back an email that went, "Dear Sharon, when you had all that plastic surgery and pumped the fat out of your thighs, why did you put it in your daughter's face?" So
Wow. You're brutal.
There's been a little tiny bit of confusion between me and the Osbournes. My mum read this in a paper, and she goes, "Are you having a fight with Kelly Osbourne?" I went, "I had a disagreement with Kelly Osbourne." And my mum goes, "Has her mother gotten involved?" And I went, "Yeah." And she goes, "Would you like me to call her mum?" And I'm like,
two mums going
Just
at
going at it.
"You have a mum off."
Hey, we got Jeff.
Jim looks disgusted. Why
Oh,
you-
no.
Oh,
Anything with
Jim
the
is
Osbournes.
a giant fan.
Yeah.
Of
I didn't.
Ozzy.
I meant it in goodwill.
That was the line to say it too. By the way, if Kelly said that, she had to be teased back. You
Yeah,
have
she have to. Yeah,
You have to.
Yeah, she was setting herself up there. We got Jeff Anderson on the phone as well. So, also from Zach and Mary Make a Porno. Jeff.
Yes, I've got a mirror set up here, and I can't stop staring at my fly's eyes.
Nice.
I guess that's why they don't have me in the studio.
Why aren't you here?
I don't know, man. I heard there was going to be pole dancers, and I like to be on the telephone instead of in person when that kind of thing's going on.
Why would you want to be here?
Yeah, exactly.
Last time you were on our show, you were great. You really should come in again.
Well, thank you. I would love to come in again.
Yeah, so we're talking about Zach and Mary Make a Porno. Are you guys excited? I mean, the movie
I'm
comes out
excited.
Friday finally.
Yeah, I'm
What are
pretty
you doing
excited
awake,
about it. I
dude?
think it's going to be good.
Huh?
What are you doing awake, Jeff?
This is the time I roll, Jay. You should know that.
All right, yeah.
Something tells me
Sure,
that's
no,
not
yeah.
the truth.
What a great gig! These guys are all friends. And they just get to do movies together.
Yeah, I know.
That sounds like fun.
Why don't you guys make a movie?
Yeah, too lazy.
Exactly. That's why.
You need someone like Kevin that can kind of bring
Yeah.
everything together, you know? Because all you guys just hanging out and stuff, and then one guy decides, hey, I'm going to make a movie.
Yeah.
Gets a camera and everything. Who's
Yeah,
going to get a camera?
I know you just film yourself shooting things.
Yeah, exactly.
Selfish creep.
Maybe I should bring someone in.
We had Tracy Lords on the show yesterday. How was it working with her? Pretty cool, or?
Yeah, she's nice. I worked with her before. I did her and Richard Roundtree.
Richard Roundtree?
Yeah, I judged a like geek contest on. I forget the name of it exactly, but I had met her before. She's sweet. She's a nice, nice lady.
When you say I worked with her before, everyone's like rooting for 85 or 83.
That would have been sweet, but that didn't happen.
Oh, she was fantastic.
That's illegal, that stuff. Now you can't watch it, can you?
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I would never watch that. Yeah,
I know,
terrible.
but it's the only bit of because it's child porn, isn't it?
She looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Which child doesn't?
So, hey man, have you found that like a lot of the controversy? We asked this to Kevin too, around the word porno being taken out. Do you think it's going to help or hurt the flick? All right, I'll just, did I ask that or just think it out loud?
I'll let Jeff answer that one.
Jeff, what do you think of that? The controversy.
I'm glad they stuck it in the title. It leaves it right out there. Everybody now knows what the movie's about. I mean, let's not dance around it. We've all made porno. Come on.
No, but I mean, do you think them taking it out's going to hurt it? Because it should just be able to, like, the fact that they won't advertise it properly in certain places is really aggravating.
What's wrong with the word porno?
It's more American, uptight garbage.
Yeah.
Just more.
It's not a swear word.
Of course
They're
not.
calling the movie just Zack and Miri. That's it.
It's
on TV
it
spots
might be
and
called
stuff.
Will and Grace then.
I know.
Yeah.
What does that mean? It's like...
Yeah.
I think it actually works for us. Whenever they try and take away something and hide something, it creates more buzz about it. So I think it's going to backfire in the long run.
Yeah, Tipper Gore helped. Aerosmith thanked her. And who do we have here? We had Ludacris, and he said he thanked O'Reilly. I mean, I guess the harder they push back on something, probably it doesn't make people want to go see it more.
Life of Brian's still banned in something like 15 countries or something.
Oh, because of Christ?
Because, you've taken the piss out of Christ, which is everyone's right, isn't it?
Who do you play in the film? I haven't seen it.
Lester. I play a character, Lester.
Which is what? Are you involved in the porn at all?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, if you're naked,
yeah,
I guess so.
I come and audition for the porn, and I'm one of the porn actors.
Jimmy's in the movie, too, by the way. Jimmy got a part in the movie.
I said one line.
But you're in it.
Look at Jimmy.
But you're in it.
What's your one line? Tell us your one line.
I don't actually know which one they kept in. Kevin had me...
It was something to do with cradling the...
Cradling something. Yeah, I think Tracy said this one it was in, but I had to write a bunch of lines down. Kevin says, just write porno lines. And so I read a bunch of them, and I think they kept one in.
I'm going to thank Jim in advance for selling a lot of DVDs for us, because I saw your original scene where they cut that audition scene, and you were in it like 4 or 5 times, and every line you did was hysterical. So
oh, thank you.
When it comes to DVD time, you're going to sell a lot of DVDs for us just to see your scene.
Oh, thanks, man. He has the extra stuff in there.
Oh, God. I mean, the first time I saw the cut, it was much longer than it was now, and that scene was so funny.
Was there an old lady in there, too? Because I remember we shot that right outside of Pittsburgh in some weird theater.
There is an old lady in there that is a disaster.
Yeah, she was horrible.
but it's really funny.
Yeah, basically, Jim Norton's part of a montage of people trying out for this porno.
Well,
and they're all auditioning one after another.
Yeah. To better phrase it, Jim Norton's the star of a montage.
Sure.
That
the star of the montage.
The star of the montage.
I stand corrected, Jimmy. I stand corrected.
I don't know. That old lady's going to give you a run.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, when you see her, you know she has to be funny. An old lady auditioning for pornography has got to be great.
Where did you guys think you'd be 15 years after Clerks and stuff? Did you have any inkling that this would still be going on? You'd all just be getting together and making movies?
I had no idea.
No, not at all. Like you said, when somebody said it, all you guys just get together and make movies. This is kind of like all of us hanging out anyway. Jay is naked. I mean, the only difference between this movie is we finally have hot chicks around. But I think, if we hadn't been making movies, we'd all be sitting in New Jersey. Jay would be naked. Kevin would be smoking copious cigarettes. I would just be throwing out quips. So, the only difference here is we've got a camera every now and then.
Hey, what do you guys think of Kevin discovering pot?
I love that.
He was on our show for 3 hours or something like that. He really got into it. He's been smoking a lot of pot the last 5 months.
Seth,
5 or 6 months.
Seth turned him on to a little bit of the weed.
Yep.
How old are you to find out about pot at this age?
He's in his 40s.
No, but he had done it before, because I kind of fell into the same thing a little bit, because these effing Canadians are a bunch of stoners.
Yeah, Canadians.
So you hook up with a Canadian or something, and before you know it, you're smoking pot. And I hadn't smoked weed, and I swear it had to be 20 years. And all of a sudden, I'm just, taking a couple of hits going, this ain't that bad. I remember this being kind of fun and stuff. And then I don't want to do anything. I didn't go to the range. I wasn't like doing anything. I'm like, yeah, I got a pool that I put in, but I don't feel like doing anything in it. I'm just gonna sit here and drink beers and smoke weed
and listen to Pink Floyd.
And Kevin was saying the same thing. Like, he wasn't doing anything. He just lay in his bed in front of that giant tanning TV he's got.
Yeah.
And smoke weed.
Well, that kind of scares me because I only get to do a movie once every 15 years. And now that I'm getting stoned, I'll probably be 75 before I make my next movie.
Yeah, you better sober him up fast, man. And he talked about the weight gain. He's gained about 100 pounds. He's a little bummed out about that, but he's going to go away and, I guess, smoke a lot of pot and lose weight.
Yeah, he gets.
Yeah, that's going to work.
That might be a little tough, the two things there.
Isn't it unbelievable? He did discover it in a big way, man. Like, I haven't gotten an email from him in, like, a year that doesn't mention pot smoking in every sentence. It's unbelievable.
Have you tried this weed stuff? It's amazing.
And it's funny because Kevin, we were talking on, and he's like, well, because I don't really have like a compulsive or addictive personality. It's like, what are you talking about? Of course you do. You can't stop smoking pot.
You just described it.
Yes, you are compulsive.
Yeah.
Hey, are you have how's your things going? You doing all right?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Yeah, you're still everything's cool.
Yeah, everything's cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Just take it from Jimmy Norton.
Well, I love that Kevin rode through all that stuff with Jay.
Yeah.
And was like Jay's counselor and got Jay through it. And the minute Jay straightens himself out, Kevin's like, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah, that's not fair for Jay
Well, all the
whatsoever.
times I was trying to stop you, it looked like fun. Jesus Christ.
They're taking shifts.
Yeah, he's got that.
Someone's got to take care of someone.
He was talking about that giant TV he got for free.
Yeah.
It's on the wall of his bedroom, which apparently is about 3 feet from his face, and he just lays there and watches this thing. That to me,
you know, he keeps saying that it's a giant TV. It's actually only a 13-inch, but he's too stoned to realize it.
He's 3 inches from it, stoned.
He's holding a Verizon phone in his hand with a little screen. Stoned idiot.
Hey, Jeff, you do stand-up?
I don't do stand-up.
Why
no,
not?
sir.
You should give it a shot, man.
I don't know. I think I'm too lazy.
Yeah.
Look, I won't even come in for the show.
I know. Look at him. He won't get out of bed.
Where are you now?
I'm at my house. I live just outside of L.A.
Oh, you okay? West Coast. All right.
Very cool.
Yep.
Hey,
they all left Jersey.
Of course.
Look at this.
There's a scene in Zach and Miri Make a Porno that everyone's going to be talking about come Saturday morning when they see the flick. I just need to know, what was that?
You know, that was the strangest day of my life. I'm in my hotel room in Pittsburgh, and I get a call at like 7 in the morning from like a scientist who's going, "Do you have any food allergies?" And I'm like, "What the heck is this?" And he's like, "Well, we're mixing up a batch of poop, and we need to know." And I'm like, "No, I think I'm good." I think the end result was pudding, cake batter, and a half a can of corn.
I didn't know that you wanted to give away the scene, but all right.
What? Somebody?
Well, I don't know what the scene.
All right,
I think that's just. I don't know if that gives away much.
No,
okay, good.
It's a one-cup scene, yeah?
Sounds disgusing.
Oh, that's funny.
Sounds delicious.
A call from a scientist. I think we figured this out.
I don't think he was a scientist. He was a key grip.
Right. Wow. Well, they'll be talking about that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I gotta see it.
It's really good.
Like right when it comes out.
It's really
I love
good movie.
Kevin's movies.
I can't believe I didn't go. I'm such a dope. There was screenings and stuff they were setting up, and I was like, oh no, I'll see it. I wanted to wait till Kevin was coming, and I didn't go.
Yeah.
That's good. We want your $12.
Yeah,
I know. I should actually just go to pay to see it and keep the little movie stub.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna buy the bootleg copy down on the street. Some Ethiopian will be selling them.
I think it's out today.
With my luck, I'd bring some chick to try to impress her that I'm in the movie, and then she'd look down at her shoe and miss my whole scene. Stupid one-line pony. Shot.
One-line pony.
I'm the worst.
Listen, we should take a quick break. We got Seth Rogen calling in as well to promote the movie. So, Jeff, of course, you could stay on the line if you'd like.
Okay.
Well, you don't have
Or
to.
go to sleep.
You don't have to feel obligated.
How long of a break do we have?
Like 10 minutes.
I'm gonna go.
5:30.
You could go, Jason.
You want to smoke?
Yeah.
Oh, and then come back, or it's up to you.
No.
If you want to do it.
Oh no! Look at that. No.
Oh, she's shaking her head. Is she mad
All
at
right,
us?
thank you.
No, they got other stuff.
Wait, where's he
Oh,
going?
Yeah, I
next?
have to go do a bunch of stuff.
You publicist?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna lose Jason. We
Oh,
might.
boo.
We might lose
you later.
Jeff. Jeff, you going to stay or what?
I'll stay you.
All right, Jeff Anderson will
So
stay
you
on the
should have been
phone.
here, Jeff.
And then we got Jim Jeffries in studio, so we'll figure it all out after the break, okay? Jason Mewes, it was a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Zach and Miri Make a Porno.
Friday. This Friday premieres.
Absolutely. Opie and
Yes.
Anthony. I want to thank Jason Mewes for stopping by. Zach and Miri Make a Porno. Opens Friday wide. Right, Roland? And I guess we lost Jeff Anderson. Did I hang up on him? I don't think I did.
Maybe you did.
He's a funny mother effer.
Yeah, he was great, man.
I'd have gone to sleep if I was him.
Yeah, it's
Out in
10-minute
LA,
break.
it's-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long break. He's out there in L.A., so it's early. And
We're going to have Seth Rogen on the phone in a minute
Cancel.
or two.
It's very exciting.
Gotcha.
Wow, you really
That was a good one. Ope's head just turned like. But then again, stupid Roland just got me. We were watching John Mellencamp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. And
Is that John Mellencamp?
No, no, that's Stevie Van Zandt.
Oh, right. I'm about to say, see, John Mellencamp's let himself go.
That's Mellencamp over there. It looks like the Norman Rockwell painting. And I was like, he's kind of a douche. And Roland's like, yeah, he was bad-mouthing Ozzy saying he's overrated. I'm like, what? And he's like, I got you.
Oh, wow.
Do you really love Ozzy Osbourne?
Love
him.
Love.
So you were offended by what I said about the
No. You're a comic. I'll always side with a comic. It had to do with Ozzy.
He was offended.
She's
I'll tell him.
Sharon's the new host of Charm School on VH1.
What's Charm School? I can imagine what it
it's not
might
worth
be.
describing, but she's
Teaching people to be charming?
she's this close to doing too much plastic surgery. She's got to stop right now. Oh, she's also the
Really?
judge on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
We had her in about a year and a half ago, maybe
was
2
nice,
years
yeah.
at this point. She was awesome, and she looked beautiful. But since that point, she's gotten a lot of plastic
She is
surgery.
an
She's gotta
advertisement
stop.
for good plastic surgery, though.
Good plastic surgery.
She's had it
If she
done well,
stops,
that woman.
You got to stop right now, though, man.
She has a sexy vibe to her. I met her a couple times. I don't know her well. I've met her a couple, and there's a weird, just a sexual energy she
Wow.
has. I'm telling you, like,
Nothing I get from her
when,
like that.
when you
Nothing.
take a photo with her, and she just has this way of touching you, and
I see her as
arm around
You just like her because she knows she tastes like Ozzy.
I know she
That's
does.
where it comes from, isn't
I
it?
know.
She's
yes.
very motherly. It's America's Got Talent, whatever.
Yeah.
Just to correct myself, but
I get no vibe from her as far as sexy
Oh.
goes or anything like
Florentine got it too when he met
that. I
her.
see a very businesslike woman that is not sexy.
All right,
at
so what's your biggest guilty pleasure for sexiness? What's the one that you would go? Would you,
Junior high?
no. I'm talking about famous old sort of middle-aged bird that turns you on. Who
There
is it?
ain't one.
Yeah, middle-aged bird would be
Middle ages.
Planetaria, whatever that bitch's name is.
I did this show.
Dakota Fanning.
I thought of that, and I'm like, too obvious. I said Hayden Planetary, but I said Planetary. Like
Hayden
I
Planetarium.
suck.
I did a show called I think it was Good Morning Cleveland or something with Robin Lovebreast or something. Her name was right, and she goes. Now my management. I'm managed by a company called Modus, and the Wayne brothers own the company, right? So I said, she goes, who are you managed by? I said, well, it's the Wayne brothers company, right? And then just before we go on screen, she goes, I'd love a piece of that Damon Wayans. She was like a 50-year-old white woman, right? In the middle of this thing with all of her middle-aged thing. First thing she does, and I go, just before the show starts, before she could say anything, she just said she wants a piece of Damon Wayans. What piece do you want, Robin? What piece do you want? They cut to a commercial straight away.
Really? Why?
Hung her out to dry. That's nice.
I
Good
just hung her out the
yeah, she thought she was, doing something crazy and brave. And I called her out on it.
Exactly.
Hey, as we wait for Seth Rogen, because I did not forget, we have the answer to the John and Jeff trivia question. My God.
No, I tell you what, just tell us in the studio and let the people at home suffer.
They've suffered long enough. This was an hour and a half ago, something like that.
What was the question? I don't remember.
It was.
It was mattresses.
What was the question, Shaman?
What do 50% of people...
It's 50% of people return this. So when this is purchased, it's returned 50% of the time.
Half the time it's returned.
I'm going to say herpes.
So you give
half the time.
Half. I think it's probably more than that.
Yeah, I've returned it to a few people.
Yes. Who purposefully keeps it? Like, no, this is just what I wanted.
And once you pass it on, it's passed on, right?
Yeah.
After receiving calls guessing ties, sweaters, socks, mattresses, rings, and more, John and Jeff reveal the answer to their question.
Yes.
All right. The big reveal.
Oh, yeah, it's worth it.
To finish up Jocktober that we started about an hour ago. Hour and a half ago.
All right, Jeff, what is the answer to this stupid useless trivia question?
All right.
50% of these items purchased are returned for exchange or refund. What item am I talking about? Lingerie.
Because sometimes you buy the underwear too small for a fat girl and vice versa, and then your girlfriend doesn't like to look like a slut.
Yeah.
I get what's happening.
She gets all mad because you got it too big.
Yeah, yeah.
Then she goes, you think I'm fat.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you get it too small.
So you
and then
think
she
I'm a
gets
child.
mad because she goes, look, I'm too fat to fit in this.
Yeah, yeah.
So meanwhile, it's because she's fat.
Yeah.
It just shows you should never get anyone a present. It just shows that women are ungrateful.
Right,
That's all
that's
that
what it
shows. It
says.
just shows they're ungrateful.
50%.
You try to do something nice and they make you feel bad.
I just get
50% of women make me feel bad.
I should get
much
them a
higher.
robe like Tarantino had on in what was the movie Pulp Fiction? Leave that open, you whore. Make some fresh coffee.
They don't say by women, so maybe 50% of the time it's returned because people are giving it to men.
That is true. It's
so that
50%
might
of
happen.
people.
Yeah.
So that means all the women are returning it.
Yeah. Every woman is returned.
Or maybe, here's what it is, the wife buys it, and
Yeah.
she puts it on, and she tries to get salty, and the husband goes, oh, God, what a slob.
Take that off and stop it. I'm not even attracted to you anymore.
And then he grinds up poisoned Excedrin and feeds it to her and brings her lingerie back and throws himself a party. That's just my guess.
Here's the rest of the clip.
And I guarantee size large is given to a woman and she is offended and says, you take that back.
That's
I'm
what I
not a
said.
size large. I'm a 14.
So think about that.
I'm
So
not a
when women
size
go-
large.
This is
I'm a
large.
14. Isn't 14 large?
It is.
It's like my motto.
How
if you're not
fat
a
is
2-year...
Jeff's girlfriend?
She's a pig.
What's your motto, Jim?
I was going to say...
Sorry for cutting you off.
No, that's okay.
No, I love when that happens.
I was going to say that big. It's 14's big.
But not in America, because I know this thing about America now. You've made your sizes smaller. So you made your sizes bigger so that people don't feel fat because you're the fattest
Right.
nation of people in the world.
Yeah.
Which you know
Very
that. You
proud
know.
of that.
Yes.
You're a bunch of you're just
Very proud.
eating donuts for breakfast, you fat pricks.
We also do have the best food, though. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
you know, you do. You do.
And probably the most gyms. There's a lot of gymnasiums in
I was going to say Jim Norton.
No!
Jim
Jeffrey. Have you? That's the worst joke I've ever done with a girl. Have you ever done it? I've did it once. In
What was
bed.
the joke?
After I had sex with a girl, I went, "Did you enjoy your gym workout?" And I felt horrible as soon as it came out of my mouth. Like I felt dirty, like I needed to wash, like I'm a professional comic.
No, but I did one time on stage. When I was new. I said something about gym, and I forget. Like my last name is Nastix. Or it was some.
No!
It was something.
You can't be on the show anymore.
That you know what? I almost would be completely if you just said get out of the studio and don't come back for a joke you did in '91.
Gymnasium.
Yes, Nastix. Oof.
Well, we're waiting for Seth Rogen. We should start our
You need when you eat obese primates.
Connecticut.
I like the way that Jim really got upset that I mentioned that you guys were fat. You
I wasn't upset.
Oh, no, I
don't
thought you were saying,
care.
there's a lot of gyms.
No.
And,
Every
geez,
every
yeah.
culture, every different country has their own stereotype. Where we have the fat one. England has the bad choppers
and
you
the
know?
drunks.
And drunks.
Drunks.
Yeah, Ireland.
Australia had casual racism. That's how.
Casual racism.
It's casual. It is casual.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yes.
When's the next Qantas flight out of here? I might want to jump on that.
Give us an example of casual
what's
racism.
casual
Remember
racism?
last time when I said the nog word last time?
Yeah.
That went down badly, didn't it?
They
We
just
had
kinda-
to be cut out for saying that.
They just kind of throw that around. a little
No,
bit.
no, Australia doesn't use that word. The thing about Australia is that they're racist, and we just don't have any black people. We're racist against people we can't even see. You know what I mean? Like, I understand when you're racist when people are around you bothering you, right? But if you're just walking around going, I hate those people, where are they? Who are you looking at? Like the Aborigines are 1% of the population.
Yeah.
I didn't meet one till I was in my mid-20s.
Really?
Oh, not really. Not
Your
you know.
country hates ghosts.
That we hate. We got a lot of guilt.
Yeah.
We got a lot of guilt going around with us, and we hate refugees and anyone who comes in on a boat because
Right.
we can't stop people coming in on boats because
an island.
it's an island. It's the biggest island in the world, so you can't do the coast type of thing.
Yeah.
But they get really upset with things like that. My dad does. My dad, it's worse in England. Every time I'm in a cab in England, I get told off about the bloody immigrants coming here, and people forget that I'm an immigrant. I just sit there, just with my immigrant face, going, I'm the good type of immigrant, aren't I? You can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're the one they like. Because, you know, you speak the same language.
Yeah, I look
you have
the
that
same.
quirky little accent.
Yeah. I'm not a bad immigrant. I'm a good immigrant. Over here, the same thing.
I think
there's people in this country who would prefer me being president than Obama. Right, like if you're going to be honest.
Yeah.
Really, you don't like Obama?
No.
Everyone overseas.
Hate him.
We're all pro Obama. I'm
of course, everyone loves him. He's a rock star.
Are you a McCain guy?
I don't like him either, but I don't like Obama more because I could keep more of my stuff.
This is going to lead to an hour discussion. We got Seth Rogen on the phone. We can get back to that. We're going to get back to that. We have a couple more hours of radio to do today. Seth.
Sorry.
All right, let's just talk politics, guys. That's all I'm interested in.
That's all. Screw the movie, right?
Exactly. Let's get to the nitty-gritty of life.
Zach and Miri make a porno. I got to tell you, we had Kevin Smith in. He's a good friend of the show. He did about three and a half hours with us last week, I guess.
That's awesome.
And he told a story how you, my friend, turned him onto pot, and now he's addicted.
I did. I honestly, I didn't realize that it happened until I saw him recently, and I was just like, what happened to you, dude? It was really, it was actually, difficult to convince him to smoke weed 6 months ago, and now he's bought his own. It's crazy.
Yeah, once you start buying your own, it's over.
He was a goody two-shoes. After, one shoot with you, he's Gator from Jungle Fever.
I'm contagious, guys. I'm contagious.
Yeah, he gave him a hit in Pittsburgh, I guess, and it's led to, weight gain and him hanging out in his house, not leaving.
One place that will drive you to smoking weed all the time is Pittsburgh, I'll tell you that.
I think you're in his last movie because he has no ambition to do anything but lay in bed and smoke pot now.
He also owns a 103-inch television, which does not go well with pot.
No,
103-inch. A joint and a 103-inch television.
That's the coolest thing. It would be to just smoke pot and sit in front of a TV that big.
Yeah, no, it feels like you're in The Dark Knight. It's the craziest thing ever.
You wait till he hocks it off to buy more pot. When he gets to his bottom.
He did say that he was watching the last Die Hard movie, and he's in it. So
yeah,
he goes,
exactly.
He's watching himself in it, and he was actual size on the TV.
That's how big his TV is. And he's a big guy, so you can imagine.
Yeah.
He said he actually stood up and stood right next to the TV.
Stood next to himself.
Next to himself during
That'd be a good way to interact with the characters on the screen. Or
Yeah, you know.
I had a projector.
Porno. That's all I'm saying. Straight to porno.
I had a projector in my house, and I projected it right onto the screen and got mashed up on pills and decided to have sex with the porno, but it was like a shadow coming in. All right, carry on.
The shadow ruins everything.
It was like a ninja that had come in out of nowhere as the third
You got to
person.
just set up a set like Rupert Pupkin in your basement.
Exactly.
Audience members. And
Hey, I just want to ask Seth one thing. I love Knocked Up, and I've been waiting to talk to you for a while to ask one dumb question. Why didn't what's-her-name take her bra off for the sex scenes? It drove me nuts.
I don't know. She's got a good lawyer. Guess that's why. Better lawyer than I have. Yeah, I don't know. She didn't want to show the puppies. It's,
She's got
ask her. If I had tits like that, I'd be showing them all over the
So they were nice, yeah? You saw them?
Yeah, they were real nice, and she decided to do all the sex scenes with a bra on, which was weird because not many people have sex that way.
I think it's selfish is what it was.
Yeah, come on, share. Jesus.
I think you should share them with the I share everything with the world, and she won't share that. I think it's crazy.
You ever done a fly's eyes?
Huh?
You ever done a fly's eyes?
Have I ever done what are you saying?
Fly's eyes.
Fly's eyes.
What is that?
Apparently it's the tuck, but with only the round things.
Oh, yes.
But from behind.
I call that the mosquito. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, it's a different dialect.
Eyes.
No, I've never heard of that before, but I should. I'm doing it right this second, and it feels good.
Yeah.
Hey man, on your bio, it's weird. Like you always when you have a bio on somebody, you always read something really weird. It said you wrote for Dolly G show the second season.
Yep.
What? This is a childlike question, but did anybody ever break character when that was being shot? Like any of the cameramen? Because Sasha never broke character. Did anybody break character and laugh and wreck one of the bits?
No, actually, the cameramen were really good. They generally did not themselves know exactly what was happening. They were usually just like freelance cameramen that we would hire wherever we were. So they didn't even know it was a joke off in order to break character. So everyone was unbelievably was straight faced about it all, and I there was one moment where he literally almost got beat up by a bunch of guys, and he still kept himself in character.
Wait, so actually, is that how they? Because I always wondered, like, no matter how good you are at deadpanning, some of that stuff was so funny. How do you not laugh? And it was because they were using freelance guys who just didn't know. That's brilliant.
Yeah. Thought of it all, those guys.
And well, the movie, man, I mean, it's getting a lot of controversy around it. You got to be. It is kind of cool that it is because people are talking about it, and they're talking about the ads being pulled and the movie title being changed.
Yeah, people are getting it out there. I mean, I think it's all insane. It's crazy. It infuriates me to no end that porno is such a big deal to people when horror movies are coming out all the time, and it doesn't bother anybody at all. But it's I guess it gets the name of the movie out there. But if it was up to me, none of this none of the controversy would have happened.
Yeah, Zach and Mary Make a Porno. I saw it, Seth. Great job, man. Unbelievable. Have you ever had a bomb?
Not yet, thank God.
Yeah, because
knock on wood, not really, no.
Well, because you went from 4-Year-Old Virgin to Knocked Up to Superbad, Pineapple Express. Now you got Zach and Mary Make a Porno. You're on a roll.
I've had a good run.
Good way to jinx the guy, oh.
No, I don't mean it like that, but everything.
Soul Plane 2 is next.
Yeah, Soul Plane 2. No, it's just amazing. I mean, you're unbelievable on the screen. It's just it's great.
Thank you. I've had a good time. I'm just glad people don't hate me.
Hey, are you doing the new Adam Sandler film?
Yeah, right now I'm shooting with Adam.
Could you get me an audition?
Sure, why not?
Is there anything worse than that? I was like, hey, how'd you get that? You want to hook me up?
Yeah. Hey, you got his number?
Jimmy's always trying to get in on the next movie.
Of course I am. I've done so few. We met very briefly on the set. I was talking to Kevin in the trailer, and you came over and said hello.
Jimmy's in the movie, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no.
Let me translate.
Yeah.
I have no idea
Of course
who
he
you
doesn't.
are.
It sounds like your career's going good, too.
I met you on the set. I mean, really? Oh, you, that's right.
Oh, God. Jimmy knows how the listeners feel sometimes when they come and go, remember when, we met at that gig that you did? And Jimmy goes, no.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. People come up and I've met them and I don't remember. But no, I know he wouldn't remember because it was a very brief.
No, let me. He's downplaying his role, Seth. He was the star of the montage scene, my friend.
The star
of the montage scene.
Everyone's talking about it. I mean, I don't want to. People.
Oh, I know exactly. Now, of course, I remember, Jim. I know exactly what you mean.
You're backtracking so badly. He just did that. Oh, you're that Jim Norton.
I didn't know. I honestly didn't realize that was Jim Norton.
I do that to people when they come up and they go, do you remember the time I met? And for some reason, I don't know why I feel compelled to lie.
Yes.
Every time, and I go, no, I remember, and then they go, okay, where? It's like don't quiz me, ass, or I'm going to say, look, no one. I don't remember you, Mr. Nobody.
Or when you don't remember somebody, you try to get them to give you information. Like, you remember when we met? You're like, yeah, it was at that, and hopefully they'll fill in the blank.
Remember we were breathing?
I always just go, yeah, how you doing? Just always, how you doing? And
how you doing?
But then when they start going, oh, well, my sister's sick, and then you start going, maybe I know you really well.
Yes.
Oh no, I might not even know you after a gig. You might be my cousin.
Me and Jim Norton are cousins.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just chatted very briefly. We know how it is. A couple actors on the set. Everybody's got their parts to play. You don't want to get involved.
That ain't working this time, Jimmy.
No, not
Why?
this time.
Look, you wound up getting Edward Norton.
I'm a fan of you. I watched your stand-up special literally like a week and a half ago.
Son of a...
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh, you don't know what you just
Damn
did,
it,
Seth.
I hate that.
Why?
We now officially
know.
hate Seth Rogen.
Why?
Because he played right into your game.
A couple of guys that did a couple of birds of a feather. We both do hits. That's what we do.
Hey, Seth, how awful was Pittsburgh in the winter when you guys were filming that movie?
That was pretty brutal. It's cold. It's
You can just
unforgiving.
stop it. How awful is Pittsburgh?
Well, no. But Kevin,
I've never been somewhere I've never been somewhere with just whole neighborhoods of abandoned buildings before. That's funny. I've literally just never seen that. I was like on an episode of The Wire all of a sudden. It was so strange.
It's funny when people in Pittsburgh want to get cheered up, they actually watch The Deer Hunter.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, dude, are you a big Wire fan?
I'm a huge fan of The Wire, but I haven't watched all of it, so don't ruin.
No, I won't.
Thank you, because I haven't either. Yeah.
Anthony just got into it. Me and Oprah are fanatics for it. But it's an amazing culture. People who love this show. It's just you can't express enough how you love it.
I know, and I get angry at people I know who haven't watched it just because I can't talk about it with them, and I only want to talk about that now. So I've just kind of stopped communicating with my friends who haven't seen it. Somebody's
talking to me yesterday about like Dexter. They're like, "Have you seen the new Dexter?" And I'm like, "Nah, man. The Wire is what I've the only show I've been interested in a long time." They're like, "I haven't seen it." They went back to talk about Dexter. And I wanted to take the phone and crack their teeth with it.
Exactly. You shut up about that.
Yes. No one cares about a phony serial killer. I want a gay gangster. What season are you on, man? What season are you watching?
4th season I'm on.
Oh, kid, that's a great one, right?
I'm a newbie.
That's a really good season.
I'm a rookie.
So intense with the kids. Oh, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
La. I am not listening. I am not listening.
Anthony's still on season 1.
Yeah, I'm a newbie.
So if you want to spoil season 1 or 2.
No, I just took my headphones off. I'm not listening. That's it.
I won't say anything.
Tell me, and I'll say it out loud because I haven't seen it. I don't care if I don't see it. So
it's a great show.
Have to wrap.
I like The Shield.
The Shield?
Yeah, is The Shield right?
Wrong with you?
Guys, thanks for your time. We do have to wrap.
Okay, Seth?
Yes.
They're saying, I guess you do a phone tour, yeah. But Zach and Miri Make a Porno. It comes out tomorrow, and good luck with it, man. It's great having you on the phone.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, guys.
Right on. I'll see you down the road.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, Seth Rogen, everyone. Just when we were having fun, thinking that maybe we had something.
What happened?
Then the reality hits that it's just a dumb 5-minute phoner with a big star from Hollywood.
I can't be friends with Seth Rogen because I don't watch The Wire. He said he won't be friends with me.
Yeah.
But I can be.
Because I thought me and him were close there. Yeah.
I thought Jimmy was going to get completely shut out on that one. I thought it was going to be, I don't know. And then he goes, no, I saw his special. And it's like, God.
So disappointed.
They all know Jimmy, don't they?
Not really. A couple of guys. I happened to meet Seth. Here's what probably happened.
Right, literal Jim.
I met.
Yeah. It's easy to say what happened after he left.
Can I point out what a pompous ass I am?
No, it's not everybody. I
wasn't even being sarcastic. Anthony said they all know Jim, and there was a part of me that thought of course he's being serious. What a boob I am.
That was a Cramden move you did. You just did a Cramden. Well, when you're in the position I'm in.
Yes.
Well, Norton.
Yes, my foot crammed in my mouth. Give me those ribs. Pillow bite.
All right, listen, this is what we got to do. We got to take a break. we blew off this pole dancing contest.
What?
And now we got to do it.
Yeah, bring
so
him
we got to
in.
stay here because it's like a regular radio thing. We got $1,000 thanks to Zach and Miri Make a Porno.
We got 3 girls.
Movie's terrific.
Beautiful
Hopefully,
girls, Kit Kat Club.
Hopefully the dancing will be at least mediocre. So we'll
Don't ream it.
So we'll take a quick break and we'll do the dancing thing next. So to the affiliates, do what you got to do.
Hey,
stick around.
You know it's good for you.
Yeah.
I don't have high expectations for the next break.
President?
We'll figure it out next, but
right.
We're nice to all the guys that call in, and we're mean to the chicks. What's wrong with us?
We're gay.
We really are. Hi, good to have you on the phone, male. Hi, guy with testicles. Hello, penis. Oh, yuck, breasts. What's the matter with us?
So you used to get your penis out on set a lot. Yeah, this is great. Yeah.
You're right, but the girls, you'll see, Jimmy. They can't be naked. So why are we doing a strip pole dance?
Why can't they be naked?
Because on the radio, that's bad. We don't know.
We don't
We
know.
have no
Jim.
idea. The
No,
lawyers,
really.
the lawyers are
We're
homos.
insane in this country.
They can't be naked.
Yeah, we're out of.
No.
they're-
But it's on the radio.
Exactly.
Let's just say they're not naked.
Why don't you
But
talk?
they will be. They'll be naked. But let's just say they're not.
And it's stupid.
No, because now they have webcams and stuff, so they'll know if we're lying.
What?
Well, you go talk to
Can I be naked?
those douchey lawyers.
You know what? Yes, you probably could be.
Yeah.
Yes, because you're a man.
I could be naked.
They like that.
The lawyers just love, they love big fat.
They like junk in their trunks. Get it?
Yeah, a little junk in the
They love doing the mosquito for each other.
It's the fly's eyes. He made up.
Oh, I like the mosquito.
I do too.
I'm sorry,
because they
Jim.
sting each other's mouths.
No, but it's better in Australia when, like, when people moon or something, you'd hang them out the car, out the back, as you drove past a wedding or something, and you'd yell, "Flies eyes!" like that.
Flies eyes.
Would people laugh?
People would laugh depending on the size of the eyes.
It's all fun and games until a dingo ate me balls.
You got to get a Sharpie to the area, though, to really make the eyes look good.
Make it like compound eyes. Right. You really do the artwork up.
Right. You know the guy with bad genetics because the fly only has one eye? And a saggy lid.
Make it end up like the movie The Fly, where it pukes all over its food.
With that, we're going to break and do something. But we got the girls trying to impress us with their stripping after the break. Maybe the affiliates stay with us. Maybe they don't. We'll soon find out. Opie and Anthony.
Here's some shit for you fuckers.
You're listening.
Here you go. Enjoy this, fuckers.
Opie and Anthony.
Listen to this shit.
I give him a 1.
Hanging out with Jim Jeffries. Going to be at Caroline's here in New York City tonight, Saturday, and Sunday. Not Friday because it's Halloween. He's going to be at our Halloween party, maybe.
Come to the party, so
Hard Rock Cafe. We're doing a big party.
I'll be the guy without the costume.
Right on. 7 to 10, I think. Right at.
I believe so. Yes.
And we're
7
looking
to 10. Wow, what a long party.
And we're looking for costumes that have something to do with the radio show.
Yeah.
Some like character, like maybe Ted the whatever.
Sal.
Maybe Sal.
I want a girl
Sal
that looks
is
like
coming.
Norton.
Oh, Sal's coming to the party.
Sal's coming to the party in costume.
What is he wearing?
He's coming as something show related.
Oh,
That's all I'll say.
Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
Is it gonna be good?
Yeah, it should be pretty good. I think you could pull it off.
Very cool. All right, we'll see everyone tomorrow night. Hard Rock Cafe, 7 to 10.
Before I forget, I'm coming to the D.C. area in December 5th. Tickets on sale tomorrow morning.
Right.
A Chase in Virginia, Falls Church.
Very cool. All right, we got $1,000 to give away, courtesy of the new movie Zach and Miri Make a Porno, and we got some lovely girls that are going to come in here and do a little something on the stripper pole, right?
Right.
Who do we got? We got like 3 or 4 girls.
Yeah, 3.
3 girls. All right, how do we do this? Who's first there, Steve?
Bring them in.
Just bring all 3 in.
What do you think? Yeah.
All right.
It's just all on the pole at once, like a kebab.
Yeah, that'd work.
Hey, wow.
Well, what have we got here? Whoa. Hello. Hi there.
Do you take pounds?
Why is the one girl in like
Hi.
That's probably part of the gimmick, Opie. Don't
okay.
read
I'm
it.
just asking.
Don't read it.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Who are you?
I'm Andy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Andy.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, I'm Danielle.
Well.
Hi,
Very
Danielle.
nice to meet you. Say hi to Jim Jeffries.
Hello. How are
Hello.
you? Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
Jim's gonna get naked with you girls.
Hi, I'm Alyssa.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. Wow.
Are you nervous?
I'm giving you all a 2 for
I was in the other
conversation.
studio when Patty was on the pole, so my boyfriend was like, "Oh, you can do what Patty did."
Oh, really?
Boyfriend, you're getting a
so.
3.
Oh.
No, you should have slipped that in after I've scored.
Oh.
What?
Then you have a boyfriend. Because Jim's in New York. He doesn't come around here often.
I'm
He's
a
looking for
traveling
some-
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets action wherever he goes.
Not really.
Action.
No.
What grade are you in? Get some action.
Get some action last night.
So where were you when you saw Patty dance on the pole and your boyfriend?
The
That
other
kind
studio. We were both there.
and inspired.
No, it didn't inspire me. He was just like, "Hey, it's $1,000, and I just need $6,000." So
So he pimped you out. What do you need $6,000
Yeah.
for?
school,
School? What are you going to school for?
biomedical engineering.
What is it?
Biomechanical engineering?
No, biomedical.
Biomedical. That's
I thought
biomechanical.
you said
She's wearing the
I'm like,
medical
what's she-
outfit.
She's gonna work for Cyberdyne.
Probably shouldn't have said that though.
Why?
That's all right.
No.
So, any girls strip for a living or on the side? Or anything?
It's become the way.
On the side?
On the side, yeah. For Centerfold Strips.
Oh, yeah?
Centerfoldstrips.com and Dance for Stilettos. I also teach now. So,
What do you teach? Pole dancing?
I teach pole dancing. I also teach professional dancing and fitness classes for Club H Fitness all over the city and New Jersey. So
And trigonometry.
yes.
You wouldn't think it, would you?
Nice. And Andy, do you do a little stripping on the side, or?
No, that's Danielle.
It's Daniel.
Oh, Danielle. I'm sorry. Oh, you're Andy. I'm sorry. I got you.
I just won a contest actually for pole dancing a couple weeks ago in New Jersey, but right now I'm focusing on boxing.
Boxing?
Oh no.
What do you? You're boxing?
So that's what we're gonna do after the contest. No.
Who's your favorite boxer?
Buddy Hinton?
Layla Ali.
No. Lucia Riker and Mike Tyson, definitely.
Wow.
Really?
A little controversial.
That sounds
Boy,
like the defendant and the accused.
Yeah. He would love to rape you. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Yeah.
You can say anything as long as you say allegedly.
So what do we do now?
So do you only date boxers?
No. I date everyone.
Aren't
no,
you
I don't
afraid-
date
really?
anyone right now.
Are you afraid of getting your face punched in? Like, you know.
That is a concern.
Yeah, I would gather as a boxer, you wouldn't want to get your face punched in.
I train with Jersey Elite Conditioning or Strength and Conditioning.
Really?
And we wear headgear. My trainer has socked me in the face a couple times, and I still feel it. It was a couple weeks ago.
Really? What, in your nose? Have you
Yeah.
ever broken your nose
No,
or
it
anything
hasn't
like
bled
that?
yet either. It's
Yeah?
like awesome.
Your
that it
cauliflower boobs?
Cauliflower.
That happened. I don't know what kind of medical problem female boxers have had.
So biomedical engineering, boxing, and then in stripping, and you said you've done stand-up. It's quite a variety of people.
Well, I'm not just a stripper. I'm a part-time stripper.
No, but I'm
actually
saying
transitioning out of. You guys are helping me with my retirement today.
Oh, really?
Really? $1,000 retirement?
Yeah, so I'm a full-time fitness instructor.
Okay. When
I
did
teach
you get
like
into
over
it?
10 classes a week.
When did you get into stripping, though?
Over 16 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
I was a dance and theater
And she's
major
only
in
18,
college.
ladies and gentlemen.
A dance and theater major in college, and then you went for the pole.
Yep.
Wow. Why? Like,
Exactly.
what happened? I'm sure in college you thought, like, fame, I'm gonna live for it. And then you're Coco on the couch.
And so the music director said, Andy, you'd make a great stripper. And so
Yeah.
I said, well, I'll, try it. And then now I'm here in the studio dancing for you.
Nice. Dreams can come true.
Yeah. And this boxing thing is fascinating me. Do you have a guy trainer?
Mm-hmm.
And he punched you in the face.
He has punched me in the face.
Yeah.
Not during a boxing match, just
political
argument.
Are you training? Have you had fights? Because you look pretty muscular up top there.
Oh,
I haven't had any fights, but I've done a lot of sparring. Which,
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any street fights? You kick any ass?
No, where we train in
What-
a little place in Metuchen in a driveway.
Like,
And
what just
the
got you
neighbors.
into doing that? Like, why would you want to do that?
I had a conversation with him. He's my best friend too. We had a conversation about
And he
Mike
said
Tyson,
people
and
should
I
hit
go
you?
something about Mike Tyson and me and boxing. No, not like that.
No? Ever been with a black guy?
But no.
Come on.
Oh, boy. That means yes.
That's a yes, but the more important thing is, would you slowly tell me the details on the phone?
Jimmy wants to prep.
I don't.
I don't need you to tell it slowly to me. Do it as quick
But you
as
have.
possible.
I
Get as
kinda
much
pi-
information as you can in
I
30
kind of
seconds.
picked up on that beforehand. A
Really?
little bit. Yeah, when she said I date anybody or everybody
Oh,
and things like that, I was kind of like, all right, so there's probably a few, different ethnic backgrounds. That's nice. It's nice to have a diverse
Diversity.
vagina. That's I'm
What's
saying it's
a diverse vagina.
Why not?
Many of them are different colors all over.
Yes.
So a lot of them look like a Benetton commercial.
Yes, of course. It's wonderful.
Now, do you only? You said you date everybody because I don't box, so I'm not in boxer shape. So I'd be like a little uncomfortable. Like if you and I were nude together, I'd be like a little self-conscious that you were judging me.
She would be.
I probably would be.
Okay, then I should keep my shirt on.
Some of the guys she's been with, it probably looks like Rocky's eye before Mickey cut it.
Mm.
It's a little swollen. I'm just saying.
There's three of them. Shag the one in the middle.
I get better as I pick, as the more I go on.
Oh, really? The more you're learning as you go along, as we all are.
Sure.
I think it's very hard to be single and kind of working your way through because there are some real douches out there.
Yes.
As well, I like to say. Yeah.
I heard that's your favorite word this morning.
I was listening to you guys this morning, and you just were
Was I
douching all
saying
over the
douche
place.
a lot today? I don't
Yeah,
remember
there's a
saying
lot of
douche.
Want to be a douche or something?
I want to listen to the replay because I don't
Well,
recall
'cause-
saying douche a lot.
Because of
Oh,
John
yeah.
and Jeff, it just comes out
It was like
naturally.
around 5 o'clock this morning.
Oh, 5. That's just.
Oh, that's the
The
replay.
douching hour.
Oh, okay. Now
Yeah.
I understand.
The little Jewish guy David was in here.
I was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Yeah.
They played like some stuff from the day before.
Yeah.
We should get into this because we're running really late.
Would you like to douche? Is that?
I only found out what that was. I never heard.
So
that
how's this going to work there, Stunt Brain?
That's great.
We start with Andy.
British girls don't do it.
Danny's going to play some music, and we judge them.
All right.
Do it in their mouths.
They just walk over a fountain.
All right, we're going to get into this because we really should get out of here. But Andy's going to start us off. The quote professional. Well, you're transitioning out, but
did they get to pick their music?
yeah, Andy picked her song.
Yeah.
How long are we playing the song for?
Yeah, it is very tiny stage.
Yeah.
Don't fall off, or
body.
that would be hysterical YouTube video. Parents that thought you fall off and make a YouTube video that gets 10 million hits.
I love the cleaning of the pole.
Yeah,
I
who
love the
doesn't?
cleaning of the pole. I like it just as
great.
much
He's got
as
good
the
technique.
The cleaning of the pole means, yeah, I'm dirty, but I'm still clean.
Yeah, I like going to a strip club and you see a girl like Windex it down or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get that mic. Yeah.
She's sizing up the room.
You rock.
All right.
She's
What
gonna-
song you dancing to? Dream On.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Here's Andy trying to win the $1,000, courtesy of Zach and Mary Make a Porno.
She's wearing a black skirt, and she has like a black top on. And she's pulling her skirt down, and she's wearing a silver thong. And
it's like sports coverage.
Very nice, hiney.
She's doing a lot of pole work. She's
Yeah, now
climbing
she's
up.
kind of hanging off the pole.
She's doing the figure 4 leg lock on the pole, which
She's way down.
keeps her up there. And
Very
She
much.
takes her
comes
top off as she hangs upside down.
And she's got very
Oof, got a muscular leg she has.
Oh my god.
Very muscular.
I
Yeah,
wish I
really
was behind the desk.
Really sexy.
She's on her hands now with her legs wrapped around the pole, and she's now doing a handstand with
Her legs wide open.
Spread eagle with the pole right in the legs.
Is there a way for me to swan dive in there without getting fired? She's sexy.
I think it'd be worth it.
Fantastic.
another big split as she climbs to the top of the pole and slowly
down
slides down
backwards.
upside down, just holding on with her legs. Just holding on with her legs.
Yeah, very muscular girl.
Oh my goodness.
And she's kind of like sliding down.
Yeah, very snake-like.
Yeah.
And okay.
She's taking off her top.
I have no problem with this.
No.
Who does?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, whatever.
She has little pasties.
Does she? Oh, look at that.
She always wears pasties.
Oh, they say O and A on them.
Yeah, we
Yes.
got the O&A pasties just
Yeah.
for this, Jim.
Whoa! She can do tricks, peck tricks.
She
To make her breast bounce.
bouncy, bouncy.
Yeah, there she's.
So
Another big
she's
spin.
spinning. Well, we should probably go to the next one because all the listeners are hearing is music.
Yeah, but who cares about that?
Yes, she looks very good.
And now,
Yeah.
wow. She's put one leg right up the pole. Did
Yes.
pretty much a split on
Yeah.
the pole.
Yeah, she did. She's a very
Now
flexible girl.
Another big spin, and a spread eagle, and into a split on
Wow.
the floor. Wow. Fantastic.
Bravo, that's Andy.
Very nice.
Very
Andy
good
was very
job.
good.
I'm marking high. I got to tell you,
Huh?
I'm very happy. I'm very happy with that. I was dubious before this all started whether it'd be any good.
Dubious. He was a bit dubious. And she's relinquished her rag. To wipe the pole down. I'm talking about. I wasn't making any accusations.
Jim Jeffries, any comments about what you just saw there from Andy?
You don't get this type of radio. anywhere else
Oh
in the
wow!
world.
Yeah.
Boy, you look used to doing that.
British radio, they have
On
like
something that size
tea
too.
drinkers on them.
Well, we got the boxer.
Boxer is now cleaning the stripper pole off.
She's going to be dancing to the theme from Rocky.
She has very short hair and a very muscular upper body and
Very tall.
very pretty. How tall are you? I'm gonna guess 5'8".
5'6.5".
Okay.
All right. you
Right,
go.
but she's wearing very high heels.
And she's standing on the stage. You look like you're about 6'5". we don't take anything into account except for where your head winds up. So we know you're standing on something, and we're all like, "Wow, she's a 7-foot tall girl." We really are dopes.
I just want to ask the girls, how many wheelchair-related accidents are there been on a pole? Because people, when they slide back from their legs, it's a big drop onto your neck.
And you could paralyze yourself.
You break your ribs. All for art.
When you
Well,
broke-
get on mic.
You broke your ribs? No, don't break your ribs. See, apparently, what happened?
Why is the other stripper handing the?
It's
yeah, she wants to have a job here.
So how did you break your ribs?
I worked on a spinning pole in Florida, and I hit my. If you turn this thing and it were to spin on its axis, it would spin.
Spinning pole. America, the land of dreams.
Spinning pole.
The land of dreams. We know the spinning pole. That's something I hadn't even thought about. I would take that on Dragon's Den. You have that over here?
Dragon's Den. All right.
Yeah.
What song have you chosen today?
Cochise by Audioslave.
Oh, nice.
To
Good
wake
choice.
us all up.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. The boxer. She wants some competition.
Well, she takes it right off, and she also has a silver boy shorts on, it looks like, and a silver top. She has like B-cup breasts, and very muscular. I'd love her to kick me around a room. She has a great ass, very plump cheeks.
Now she's spinning around the pole.
Yeah,
around the pole.
Yeah, she's just kind of running around the pole the way I would.
Yeah.
She hooks her.
Wow, the bend over. And a spank.
I'm getting it out.
She spanked her Heine because apparently she's been bad. I don't know what she's done. Perhaps embezzled funds.
Wow.
Oh, she just hit the ceiling with her foot.
Yeah.
And now she's
coming down the pole upside down.
She kind of looks like she's on her hands and knees, but on the middle of the pole.
Wow.
And she's on her head.
On her head.
And
going down the pole in kind of a somersault fashion.
Yes, and now she just came off the stage. She's on the dirty carpet.
Yeah.
And I wonder if she's going to spank herself again.
Oh, we can only hope, Jimmy.
Yes.
She's
just
like,
showing her ass.
She's surprising me.
Yeah?
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I wasn't expecting this out of her much.
I was.
I think it's very good.
She almost hit her head on the ceiling.
Good work.
I love the move when a stripper hangs on the pole.
One leg off the pole.
Her legs open. Wow.
She's bent herself back like a pretzel.
That's like a Cirque du Soleil move right
Yeah,
there.
it really is. She's hanging off by her one leg, and her legs are open, and we're looking right between them, and it's a lot of fun.
Wow.
Oh, a double spank.
Spank that.
Apparently, she's cheated on her taxes as well. Perhaps
Very naughty.
carjacked somebody and murdered them for their vehicle.
It's part of that Fannie Mae problem we had.
Wow.
And she was kind of grinding her hips.
Yeah.
And I really wish I wouldn't get fired for scrapping on my shoes.
Well, here we go. She's losing the top now. I want to wank.
Yeah, she's great
Top's
body.
coming off as she slowly prances in circles around the pole. Her back is to us right now as she takes the top off, showing her bare back.
Nice little
And
B-cup
now
breasts.
she's back up the pole.
Stupid pasties.
Oh, her butt is a little red.
Wait, she has to stick it on. It's falling off.
No, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
You did your best.
As long as we gave it a shot.
Yeah. They can't fire us if the glue doesn't work.
Don't worry about it.
She has B-cup. I love
the smile
That's
at
a
the
good move.
end. Oh,
Yes.
Very good.
She has blue eye makeup, too, which is nice.
Flat stomach and everything.
It puts the lotion in the basket. She's very pretty, but that's what her eye makeup looks like. She has James Gum eye makeup, but she's just the blue. It doesn't.
Look what Danny put up. She looks like a young Jamie Lee Curtis from
Jamie Lee Curtis from
Total Recall.
No, this is True Lies.
I mean, True Lies.
Yes,
True
dancing when Schwarzenegger was disguising his voice in the
There's
worst
a
scene ever.
similarity. Sure.
Very sexy.
Take it off. Take it off slow.
Thank you. Very good. Holy mackerel.
Oh, wow.
And now
More
she's
spanking.
revealing her hiney to be spanked.
Little spank. Wow, that very good.
Do you want Jimmy to spank you, or do you want Jimmy to spank you?
I
don't have to. Unless she's, I don't want her to be uncomfortable.
You didn't say which, Jimmy.
Well,
that's a good point.
I think I'm in here. No, I'm not going to
If I
spank you.
win, if I win.
Let's just go to the other one.
Did you have problems with the pasties? What was the problem?
Yeah, this one is not staying on.
Oh,
yeah.
Terrible.
Well, remove it so we could get some more glue on that for you.
All right, who's the last young lady?
It's Elisa.
Here we go.
Good evening.
It's the one in the lab coat.
Yes, the blonde.
Hi.
Yeah.
Huh?
First get on.
What song have you chosen?
Boy, she's nervous.
This is
What song did you choose?
She's got glasses on and the lab
Wait,
coat.
you never
She's-
touched a pole in your life?
Really?
So you're just doing this on a whim?
Yeah, but look
Okay,
at
she's
her.
a sexy girl. She's glasses and blonde hair and a lab coat.
Look at her.
And you can see her bra is showing. Which song?
I just picked it a minute ago.
Oh my God!
Oh, you picked Britney Spears?
All right, E-Rock took something out of his iPod.
Wait.
There's collection.
And there's an argument going on. What's happening?
Yeah, what's the matter?
Wait, give her the mic.
Give her the mic. There,
She's
Travis.
yelling and screaming.
What's the
I
problem?
can't hear it anyway. Doesn't matter.
Can't hear it anyway.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Sorry.
Wait, what song did you want?
I didn't care. I just picked it a minute
Well,
ago.
give us a song. We got like the
care.
world's largest computer.
What are we?
Thing.
NEW?
I know.
Mustang Sally?
Oh, she's
Yeah.
all right. Just dance to
the
whatever.
theme from Cheers.
How about River Dance?
My leg, so
Wait, you're kind of bummed out. You didn't think the competition would be so good?
what? Oh, I don't care.
I say you throw on a little song from Foundry called Pendulum.
That's right.
Because that's one of my favorite songs. And this one rocks.
The
So
updated
you'll be
version
able
or the
to,
original?
I think the original.
All right, the original.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Little
Okay.
song.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
She looks very sexy in her little lab coat.
I'm picturing a goody two shoes.
I'm in love.
Thing,
I love
where
it.
She takes the glasses
I love
off, the lab coat, and all of a sudden you're like, wow. No, huh?
All right, here we go.
All right, it's playing.
Elisa, our last contestant.
Oh, this
trying to win
is
$1,000.
glasses off. I'm happy.
Glasses are off.
Courtesy of Zach
Glasses
and Mary
come
Make
off.
a Porno.
She
Glasses
looks
are
like
Great body.
It's like the girl that played Howard's wife in Private Parts a little bit.
Yeah, she has a fantastic body. She probably has a.
Oh my god.
It looks
Wow.
Oh my God! Who
my
saw that
God.
under the lab coat?
Oh.
All right,
She's just kind of walking around the pole.
She
And
doesn't
she's just
even
kind of
have to
lowering
dance.
herself.
No.
She's very hot.
She's one of those dancers that could just kneel in front of you and babble about school, and you still just give him money.
She's
Caicos.
holding on
All of
to
a
the
sudden
pole.
you're down 400. Like what happened?
Yeah, what happened? I didn't see
You know what
her
I
dance.
love about her? She's trying to reenact the moves she just saw
She has
2
no
minutes
idea.
ago. She's gonna end
Yeah.
up breaking her neck.
She actually is. She looks like she's playing tag and she's staying on home base.
Yeah.
With her ass.
wait,
is
All right,
rubbing
she's
her
trying
ass
something
on
with
the
her
pole.
ass.
Oh, that's nice.
I
She
love
has
her.
a
I love
juicy
her.
rump.
Good move.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm pinching my helmet.
I'll pinch your helmet. I love her.
And great music.
Yeah, exactly. If this music is working like saltpeter.
Oh, she's just making it up as she goes
There's
along.
something
She's doing
hot.
all right.
There's something hot about a chick who doesn't know how to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's something hot about that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost like she's been abducted and you're making her do it.
Yeah.
For $1,000.
Yeah. Which is sort of what's happening.
Exactly what's happening. All right, she's wow. You look confused a little bit. Okay, it's all of a sudden become a torture device. It's like what John McCain was beaten on.
Oh, she's doing the hang. She lost
Keep
it.
your hands on it. Keep your hands on it.
Yeah.
As attractive as you would be in a wheelchair, I'd feel bad.
Oh yeah. Imagine if she was a quad, how much fun that would be. She couldn't say no.
She's trying to swing.
Very pretty girl.
I think she's having. Is she getting winded? You getting tired?
She's just kind of spinning in a circle.
Yeah. Ow, that had to hurt.
Yeah, she's banging into everything.
She's gonna be bruised tomorrow.
Yeah, it's great.
She is very attractive, but one of the worst pole dancers I've ever seen in my life.
It's the first time.
It's her first. Yeah, she's a true rookie.
And she's trying her best. She's doing a good job.
She's
Look at her
broken.
hiney.
She's broken half the equipment in this.
Yeah, it really is.
She doesn't want to commit.
I doesn't want to commit to the broken neck move.
No, your thighs haven't got calluses ready for that.
You should probably just. She should probably just take the skirt off and touch her toes. Good exercise.
Yeah.
She's all right, choreographer.
Yes.
All right, the big finish. We need a finishing move.
Yes, which should be without the skirt. I'm just trying to tell you.
Oh wait, yeah. Is there going to be a?
Yeah, of
a
course.
top removal.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes, now put your ass out and slap your butt like you've been bad.
Has she not got the little stickers on?
Pasties?
Oh, the girls are slapping her butt.
And the other
for
two
her.
girls are slapping her ass.
Any pasties under there, or what?
You do have pasties, right? You can show them.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you
good.
do.
Good.
It's okay.
Oh!
Holy Jesus.
Some illegal activity.
I didn't
Hey.
see. I didn't see.
All right,
What-
Elisa.
Miss, what did you do at the end? What did you do at the end? I didn't see.
She just.
E-Rock, get out of my way!
Away.
Did you show?
What?
Did you show?
Yeah, my pasties.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh, I love her.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. We don't have a girl like
Those
that in
pasties
England.
are great.
Oh my God.
We do have one girl in England
Screw
that looks
it.
like you, but she doesn't have teeth.
Screw it. She wins.
Oh.
In really good shape, and these girls are insane. That hurts like hell.
Yeah, you're gonna have
You
some.
feel like you're ripping your
Where's your
hands
lucky
off.
boyfriend who pushed you into this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why isn't he hanging off one of those
He's
things?
never even seen me anything like this.
Wow.
Hasn't he?
You're gonna have some hole burns.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Fantastic. Well,
I got a problem because they all have the same score right now.
yeah, I know.
Huh. Yeah.
I gotta
It's hard to
figure something out.
tabulate.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow. What do we do?
Where's your boyfriend, Harvey Keitel in Taxi Driver?
Jimmy, what do you Can I cheat?
I'm giving mine to him.
I'm going to cheat.
Yeah?
It's
Really?
close.
Wow, yeah.
I wasn't given a
Very
paper
good.
or pen.
Well, what are we...
But I do remember the
Wait,
performances.
this is important, Stump Brain. What are we judging on?
This is important.
Hotness and sluttiness, or just...
Overall.
Oh, really?
All right. I'll have to. I'm going to have to amend.
All right, so do I. Hold on a minute.
I didn't know ability was involved.
Oh, man, that stinks. All right, I'm going to...
That's not mine.
And then...
You should have worn name tags.
It'd be like Florida.
This is like every girl
All right.
I meet. I don't remember their name.
That's mine.
No, I stand by it. I stand by it. I stand by
Nice.
it.
Oh, man.
I don't know which one's which.
That's
Who's this one?
Danielle was the second one. Andy was the first one.
Okay. Second. First.
Yeah, I know who you are.
here we go.
Because I'm interested in more than dancing. These boys are just bloody animals.
Elisa's the one you want to have. Yeah, but Elisa's got a boyfriend.
I'm judging here.
But she's not wearing pasties. I think the other ones have wearing them all the time. Give her an extra half point for not wearing pasties. Would you?
Here's my tabulation that I really took a lot of time with.
Would you?
What?
Would you?
Wow.
No, I've tried to be fair. I've tried to take everything into consideration.
I'm a yes, no.
There's money involved.
What are you?
So I've tried
What?
to.
With the would you game.
What?
With the would you game. Jim, you got your...
That's the maximum and then minimum.
Right. I've already had mine in.
Okay, we ready to tabulate?
You did the crime another time.
What do the girls get that lose the contest? Everyone should
Dishonor.
win.
Yes. Thrown out.
In Japan, they'd be made to kill themselves.
Yeah.
That can't be.
Ant's score broke the.
What did he do?
broke
Did
the
you
law.
give someone 100? Let me see.
Well,
You're breaking the rules?
no.
I didn't break the rules. What happened? Was
1 out of
there
10?
a problem?
1 out of 10?
Well, he said,
What
he
happened?
said it was minimum to maximum, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
There's
matter.
no
As
second place.
long as he's put them in an order, it doesn't matter.
There's no second place.
He gave it to her. Just
I
right.
A-bombed it.
Okay.
All right.
Why wouldn't I?
Wait, so did she win or did she win?
According to well,
Who came in third?
these two tied.
Those two
Oh,
tied?
it was very close.
Two of them tied.
I disagree with the results.
Why? You told me.
That's not the result that I chose either.
No,
I went.
'cause I want all the girls to feel good about themselves.
Yeah, I know.
I did score it differently, but the winner of the pole dancing competition, and they win $1,000 courtesy of Zach and Miri Make a Porno, is Elisa.
How crazy is that? You couldn't even dance. And it's a pole dancing contest. You sucked on the pole and you won.
Yeah, it's like giving a Down syndrome boy a medal for running.
I had it scored. I didn't have it scored like that, even though you were very sexy. I had it scored very close.
Wait, who did vote for her to win then?
I had it.
I didn't. Jimmy didn't.
My scores were as follows.
Yeah.
I gave Alyssa or Elisa?
Alyssa.
Alyssa. I
Alyssa.
gave you an 8. I gave Danielle an 8.5, and I gave Andy a 9.
See,
I
I
thought you were a
gave-
little more experienced.
I gave Danny a 9 and the other two girls an 8.
Would you give
I gave E-Rock an 8.
Would you give
For
Alyssa?
getting in the way of everything. 'cause I couldn't
35
say-
points?
That was not a screw job.
I
Let me
gave,
see
I
his
gave her
scorecard.
a few points.
Let me see his score.
I think Danny was the best
He
dancer
said
by a mile.
maximum to minimum.
Yeah, that's what I said. I go give her the max, give the other two min.
So it's
That's how I score. Because there's no second place.
That's how you roll. Okay.
Because if there's no second place, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Girls are crazy.
Oh.
All right, well.
She's not agreeing with that.
How about we take the money and pay you to dance for an hour?
Alyssa, congratulations, and thank you to the other ladies for doing this today. We got to get out of here quick.
Yeah, I got to do a quick phoner. I got my book signings start Monday at Borders here in New York at Penn Station, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, promote your business. You should get something out of that.
If anybody out there would love to learn how to pole dance or or empowering movement for the feminine spirit and learn how to give your man a lap dance for Christmas this year. Nice
That is
little Santa
empowering.
baby dance. Power Strip.
Maybe the winner
Run
should
by
go.
me, Andy. All you got to do is call 551-580-8036. Thank you so much, Opie and Anthony. I really appreciate it.
very good,
Club
Andy.
H Fitness rocks.
And Jim Jeffries is at Caroline's.
CenterfoldStrips.com.
I'm at
That's for
Caroline's
Charlie.
and all across the country this month, so check out my MySpace for
When are you fighting next? When's your you fighting? You got a plug?
Nope, just training. And if anyone wants to train MMA, anything at all that involves athleticism, Jersey Elite Strength and Conditioning, there's YouTube videos, all kinds of stuff.
Very cool.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much, guys.
Thank you.
And Jim Jeffries on MySpace for the tour dates?
It's MySpace for the tour dates, yeah.
All right, we're going to continue in just a bit. Thanks for listening.
Better see you later.